All right, welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome. I've got something very important to play before we get started.
I wanna be Diddy Kong Racing.
Thank you, Stu. We appreciate you, Stu. What's up, Coyd? What's up, everybody? Hope we're having a good night. Hope we're having a good weekend. Y'all know me. Y'all already know Diddy Kong Racing is my bag. This is my favorite kart racer ever made. But today we're going to switch it up. We're going to do a self-imposed challenge. And that challenge is we're going to play as Krunch the Kremling. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Diddy Kong Racing, Krunch the Kremling sucks. He's like Roll in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 levels of bad. But he's a Kremling, so he's cool. You gotta love Krunch. I've beaten this game countless times. I've done Adventure Mode. I've done Adventure Mode 2 before. I don't know if I've ever finished Adventure Mode 2. But we're gonna do Adventure Mode 1 with Krunch. I might one-take Jake this. This might be a two-parter stream. He is the worst character in the game. And he is genuinely an awful character. There is no reason to play as Krunch other than the self-imposed challenge of playing as Krunch. So we're gonna mix it up. All these other characters are totally viable. Pipsy and Tip Top are the goats. Hey, it's Tip Top! But we're gonna play as Krunch. I don't even know if I can beat this game as Krunch because he is that bad, but we're gonna try. Was Diddy Kong Racing on the DS? It did get a DS port, yeah. And they cut Conker and Banjo and replace them with Dixie Kong and Tiny Kong, if memory serves me correct. The DS port wasn't bad, but it's definitely not as good as the N64 original. There's just something about it that I can't quite quantify. It just doesn't hit the same. But we're gonna try to beat the adventure mode with Krunch. Let's get this poppin'. I've beaten this game countless times. I know Diddy Kong Racing like the back of my hand, but with that being said, it's still going to be a nightmare trying to beat this with Krunch. In the airplane levels and the hovercraft levels, he's not that bad, but there's only a handful of those in the whole game. When he's in a cart, when he's behind the wheel of a go-kart, he controls like absolute dog water. So let's do this. Let me know how the audio sounds, if I need to turn the game up or down. We're playing the N64 version on my totally real N64, totally not emulating this in RetroArch. Don't tell Rareware or Nintendo. There is a Diddy Kong Racing recomp that just came out, but unfortunately it's another AI recomp. It's a vibe-coded recomp, so out of spite, I'm not playing it. I'm playing the OG with the crusty frame rate and everything. If we get a good Diddy Kong Racing recomp that isn't, you know, AI vibe-coded, spaghetti code, whatever, I'll play that. Game might be a tad low, word. I'll turn it up a couple decibels. I'll turn it down on my end too, because it's screaming at me. But this game has a banger soundtrack by David Wise. What's up, Taj? Dude, the soundtrack to Diddy Kong Racing, it was so good. They released it on a CD back in the day, in the shape of Diddy Kong's head, and it would actually destroy some CD players because of its unconventional shape. But this game and Yoshi's Story, also on the N64, got a CD release. So before we do anything, oh my god, his controls. Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare. Okay, I'm gonna collect some balloons in the overworld because there's a couple that are strewn about. I'm gonna 100% this too. I don't know if we're gonna do this in one take or if this is gonna be a two-parter, but we're gonna get everything. We're gonna get all the balloons, do all the silver coin challenges, and everything. See, in the airplane, he's not that bad. But when he's in the go-kart, like, oh, geez Louise, the controls, man. Gotta get that balloon. Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare. Oh, I need to acclimate to his controls. Like, the best comparison that I can make for Krunch the Kremling is Roll in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. If you've ever played MVC2, you know what I mean. Like, he is that bad. And it's hard to make precise adjustments, because in this game, when you drift, if you hold down the brake, you do like a super sharp drift, right? But the Krunch control's so bad that you can't even really do that. But yeah, there's a Diddy Kong Racing recomp out, and I was excited for it, but when I learned that it was another vibe-coded project, which there are unfortunately a lot of now, I decided to skip on it, and we're just gonna play the N64 original. As you can see, the one problem with this game is the frame rate. The frame rate in this game gets so crusty. Unlike Mario Kart 64, which used sprites, I mean, this game uses sprites for like the balloons and stuff, but everything else is fully rendered. They're all polygonal. So, Dino Domain. You know, Rareware was flexing with the hardware, but that's at the cost of the frame rate. But I will say that your eyes do get used to the shitty frame rate. Like, it's really noticeable whenever you boot up the game, but then you play it more and it's less of a problem. See, this is... Look at how wide this drift is, and I'm holding the brake down. I'm holding the brake down, and his drift is so bad. He is a brick shithouse, Coyd. He really is. Like, his controls are so unwieldy. But if you've never played Diddy Kong Racing before, basically, the gameplay loop of this game is that you enter a world, and then there are like 4 courses each and a boss battle. And what you have to do is you have to beat the boss once. Totally missed the key. We're gonna restart because I need to do all the mini games and everything. But you do all 4 races, you fight the boss, and then you have to do it again and collect the silver coins. And it's way harder the second time around. What's up, ACO? Welcome. Welcome to the worst stream I'm ever gonna do. I can't even get this key. And it bears repeating. I'm no Diddy Kong Racing novice. I've beaten this game so many times. But Krunch the Kremling is just that bad. He really is. Here's a pro tip though. Whenever you hit the boost, let off of the acceleration and you get I think it's the purple boost. And look at this. Yeah, it's the green boost and you just go freaking flying. Tokyo drifting croc. We gotta do some initial D, like Takumi in the 8-6 type shit in order to win this, because this is gonna be a nightmare. You're gonna hear me say that a lot, but it really is. I'm kind of pretty good at Diddy Kong Racing, and even then, oh, this is just gonna be a bad time. People loving this, but for you it was all F-Zero, F-Zero X on the 64 is great. 64 had hella good racing games. Mario Kart 64, Diddy Kong Racing, Wave Race, Ridge Racer 64, Beetle Adventure Racing. We're gonna have to redo that, but we got the key, so I don't have to worry about getting the key again. The key unlocks a minigame in each world, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to get it because it's super well hidden in a lot of these levels. Not this one, because this is the first world, but in order to 100% this game, you have to do all the mini games. You got to do everything. Get all the balloons, get all the silver coins, beat the boss twice. Krunch, my man. It's like you have to do some counter steering in order to actually get where you want to go with this guy. His controls are that bad. And there's 2 unlockable characters. There's TT the Stopwatch, and there is Drumstick the Rooster. And Drumstick and Banjo are way better heavyweight characters, because you can actually control them. I couldn't imagine doing Adventure 2 with Krunch, because Adventure 2 is way, way harder than Adventure 1. And honestly, even though this looks like a literal baby game, and kind of is, Diddy Kong Racing is hard. This game got compared to Mario Kart 64 a lot, and I think they both have their strengths and weaknesses. Diddy Kong Racing is a much better single-player experience because you have the whole adventure mode. It's like a collectathon platformer kart racer. It's really cool. But I do think that Mario Kart 64 is the better pick-up-and-play game. And it's definitely the better multiplayer game because this game has some nuance to its mechanics, to the drifting and the boosting and everything. Mario Kart 64, it's like you can pick it up and play it and just hop in with your friends and play either the battle mode or the racing mode or whatever, and you can have a good time. Diddy Kong Racing requires a little bit of practice, but I think this is definitely the better single player experience. There's just so much content in the adventure mode. Crash Team Racing back then. Crash Team Racing was dope. And then there was, what, Tag Team Racing on the PS2? The 90s had a lot of good kart racers, and we're kind of in a kart racer renaissance now with like Sonic Cross Worlds and whatnot. And of course, the GOAT, Garfield Kart. You remember the struggle of Diddy Kong Racing? It's funny, DK, when I was a kid, I misread the label on the cartridge when I got this at GameStop. I thought it was Donkey Kong Racing. And then I boot the game, and lo and behold, DK is nowhere to be found. But apparently the reason for that is this game started out as Pro-Am 64, and it was supposed to be like a sequel to RC Pro-Am on the NES, which was another Rareware game, right? But then they were like, yo, what if we put Diddy Kong in it? And that probably helped sales, because I'm sure Diddy Kong Racing would have sold better than RC Pro-Am 64, or whatever it was going to be called. I think Timber the Tiger was supposed to be the main character. What's up, Taldell? Welcome to the stream. The stream is going to be horrible. I'm already getting used to the way he controls, but it's just, oh my god, Krunch is so bad. But I love this game. This is my favorite kart racer ever made. I will say though, the past 2 years, with the release of Spaghetti Kart and the Mario Kart 64 recompilation, I've gotten into Mario Kart 64 heavy recently. I grew up with it, of course. You know, I played it growing up, but it wasn't until that recompilation came out that I really began to appreciate Mario Kart 64 and how simple it is and how stripped back it is compared to like the modern Mario Kart games, right? Every copy of Diddy Kong Racing is personalized. Yeah, my copy of this game had the Wario apparition in it when I was growing up. Diddy Kong Racing is a horror game. Yeah, there's Whizpig freaked me out as a kid because he's just this giant, towering boss battle. And he shouts at you, he's like, "You're no match for me! I'm Whizpig!" And when I played this as a kid, I was like, "Oh, he's scary!" And then they never brought Whizpig back. He was in Diddy Kong Racing DS, of course, but never made an appearance in an actual Donkey Kong game. Monka S. You'll see the fake out ending of this game where all of the little critters are partying, and then Whizpig is creeping and lurking, and then he ruins their party and he's like shooting laser beams at them. It's terrifying, trust me. We'll see it when we get there. I don't know if we're gonna see that tonight. Practicing my drift. In a foreign doing donuts. Oh, this is TT, by the way.
Hi there, I'm TT.
He is an unlockable character, but it's really hard to unlock him. I've never unlocked him. Even though I've beaten this game several times before, I've never unlocked TT. This song is such a banger. It sounds like that one, "Celebrate good times, come on." David Wise, man, on the ones and twos. David Wise and Graham Norgate did the soundtrack for this game. DK64 voice, "Get out." That also scared me as a kid in Angry Aztec in DK64. And then there was, what was his name? Mad Jack, the boss of Frantic Factory. Oh my god, he scared me so bad as a kid that there was, that's a restart, that there was a while where I didn't play DK64 because I couldn't beat Mad Jack because he scared the shit out of me. I'm so excited for that DK64 recomp. Finally, we're getting another good recomp on the same level as like the Harbor Masters recomps. No AI vibe coded bullshit. You better believe that I'm gonna stream that. The moment that DK64 recomp drops, I'm there. We're gonna 101% it for sure. Unlocking TT arc? Maybe someday. Not with Krunch. God, no. I think you have to beat all of the time trials on every course to unlock TT, or something like that. God. I want to love Krunch because he's a cool Kremling. But his controls are so bad. Oh, it's so bad. The one thing that Krunch has going for him is that he's a boss killer. Because a lot of the boss fights don't have many turns, and some of them are just like straight lines, right? He is the boss killer, at least for the walrus guy and the octopus guy. Because he has great top speed, and those boss battles, you don't have to worry about like drifting or anything. I remember as a kid, I saw on GameSpot.com or like IGN, I saw the trailer for Donkey Kong Racing, which was supposed to be a GameCube game, but we all know how that turned out. Rareware got bought by Microsoft, and we never got to see Donkey Kong Racing. We never got any gameplay or anything. It was just a pre-rendered trailer. But I watched that trailer over and over as a kid, thinking that the game was still in development and that it was going to come out someday. This was in like 2005, so this was after Rareware had been bought by Microsoft. I just kept watching that trailer. I was like, oh, Donkey Kong Racing is going to come out for the GameCube any day now. Oh, never happened. I would kill for a spiritual successor to Diddy Kong Racing, though. Straight up, like... Retro Studios? I would trust Retro Studios with a Diddy Kong Racing sequel or a remaster. I would rather have a sequel with brand new tracks and stuff than a remaster of this game, but if there's one studio I trust to do that, it's Retro Studios. They killed it with the DKC Returns games. Freaking Tunuk type beat. Oh, another thing that's cool about this game, kind of like Lego Racers, is that you can stack your items. So if you get a bunch of boosts, you can get this crazy boost here. I'm kind of scared to use it because it's going to send me flying. Okay, check this out. We got this big, wide open space to use it. Look at this. Damn. I never bother with the rockets. I just go with the blue balloon. Monkey wheel business. Spiritual successor, chimp cart. I'm surprised no indie dev has made like a Diddy Kong Racing spiritual successor. Playtonic should have done that with their upcoming ukulele kart racer, but it really does not look good. It just looks like Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo. What's up, Kubo? Hope you're having a good weekend. Welcome to the Krunch Challenge. Welcome, welcome. I did see on Steam, there was a game that was looking to be like a Ridge Racer spiritual successor, or a Sega Rally spiritual successor. It's called Linear S, but they haven't updated or dropped any development logs in the past like 2 years or anything. So I'm kind of worried that it's vaporware. I'm doing well. I got some pizza earlier, so that was cool. That makes up for this self-imposed torment. 99 red balloons, banger. I really like the, what was it, Goldfinger? The Goldfinger cover of it. It's like ska punk. Yeah, I got like from a local pizza place. It was really good. It was sausage and mushroom. It was really good. So this is Tricky the Triceratops, who is canonically a Star Fox character, actually. He's in Star Fox Adventures, even though he looks different. But apparently it's the same Tricky, according to Kevin Bayliss, the designer of this game. So these boss battles aren't too bad on the first go, but on the rematch, they're crazy. I'm gonna shut up and let this music ride out. Yeah, we don't need those red balloons, even though 99 red balloons is a banger. There's a shortcut there, but I don't have the boost. Could you imagine if I fell off the mountain at the very end there? I'm not looking forward to the rematch with Tricky.
Well done, kid. Now try my new challenge.
Now try my new challenge.
Buy silver coins from around the dial domain. You must find 8 from each level and win, and then come back to see me.
Come back to see me.
I've got something special for you.
Thanks, Taj. Yeah, he gives you important tips, the elite ball knowledge to beat Diddy Kong Racing. Let me show you a normal drift. This is me holding down the R button. Now, for most characters, the normal drift is fine, but then you hold down the B button, and you can do this super tight drift. When you're playing as Krunch the Kremling, every single drift has to be this, like, break drift. He's that bad. Okay, so now we gotta do the silver coin challenge. Get all of the silver coins and come in first place. You have to get all of the coins and win. So it's pretty tough. Thankfully, the coins have a pretty generous hitbox, so that's good, but oh man. I gotta get good. Get that coin on the rebound. My strat for the silver coin races is to just get a bunch of blue balloons and save like the super boost for the final lap. Let's see if I can catch up. The stream sponsored by your local pizzeria. The stream sponsored by the Noid. Oh, did you see that donut? Okay, now we can just get first place. I don't have to, I got all the coins. Yo, thanks for the Bitcoin. That's gonna motivate me. I feel like Rock Lee in Naruto with the ankle weights. And when I play as a different character, I'm gonna finally take the weights off. Okay, if I pull this off, if I hit this boost, missed it, missed the balloon. Oh, Krunch. Ain't no shot I'm letting Pipsy come in first place again. Yo! We ballin', we ballin'. Dude, the Rock Lee versus Gaara fight during the tuning exams is like the best moment in any Shonen Jump, straight up. I feel like I don't deserve that first place, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm not complaining. There's no complaints on my behalf. That was pretty clutch.
Jungle Pose.
Rock shouldn't have lost, and then he kind of gets written out of the story if you think about it. That was the peak of his arc. He comes back during the fight with Kimimaro, but then he doesn't do anything in Shippuden. Might Guy became the fan favorite. I could go on a whole spiel about Naruto. I love it and I hate it. But I'll save that for when I do the Shonen Jump stream. I'll take it, I'll take it, I'll take it. Thankfully, what makes this game a little bit easier than other kart racers is there's no rubber banding. So if you get a good lead on the other racers, you keep the lead. No rubber banding. If there were rubber banding, the silver coin challenge just would not work as a concept. I deliberately missed that because I gotta get these. All right, one more. But yeah, this is easily my favorite kart racer ever made, and I can recommend it even in spite of the frame rate. The crusty frame rate is the one thing that holds this game back. And it's why I'm super excited for a recomp, a good recomp. Surprised there's no rubber banding. It's so nice for once, like to play a kart racer where you can get a lead on the other racers and keep it. I think if the silver coin challenge weren't a thing, There probably would be rubber banding on the CPU AI opponents, but thankfully there isn't. I think they made Taj playable in the DS version, but I could be bugging out. I could be misremembering. Wasn't there another actual, like, Donkey Kong racing game on the Wii? What was it called? Barrel Blast? Was that game any good? I never played it. I might have rented it once, but I don't remember it at all. Often think you can unlock him in this one. Yeah, he's definitely not playable in this game, but I think they added him in the DS port, which is pretty cool. And then they replaced Banjo and Conker with Tiny Kong and Dixie Kong? Question mark? I don't remember. Please remember. Whenever you feel scare or friggtin'. Yeah, good shot, Krunch. He was right in front of you and you missed. Hold up, hold up, hold up. I know. There we go. Sometimes you gotta hit him with some donuts, some burnouts. I'll get that one on the rebound. I've heard it isn't that great. Yeah, I feel like if it were better, it would be remembered better. I think the only reason people remember it is because Scott the Woz used to joke about Barrel Blast. I remember the DK bongos being a thing in that game, but apparently they're not. I think it was in development for the GameCube and it was gonna use the DK bongos, and then that just didn't happen and it came out for the Wii. Let's take the bottom route. Oh my god, what happened there? Sniped. Get the heck out of here, bro. Oh no! Oh no, don't sabotage my first place. I say as if I didn't send my car careening into the pond. Like, you just cannot make any micro adjustments with Krunch. He's such a big boy. He's a brick shithouse, as Coyd said. Alright, one more race, and then the rematch with the boss. And then the Grand Prix. And then the minigame. This game was a great value proposition for 97 or 98 whenever it came out. Because there's so much content in each world. If you go for 100%, you can be playing this game for a long time. Hot Top Volcano. Is this the Krunch of 97? You better believe it. You better believe it. I would pay good money to watch Markiplier play Diddy Kong Racing. Yeah, in the airplane and in the hovercraft, he's really not that bad. It's just when he's in a car. He needs to get his go-kart tuned up by Bunta or something. Gotta put some high grip wheels on his go-kart. I'm still in my Initial D phase. This summer has been the summer of Initial D. I've been watching it with my friends. And I cannot say enough good things about Initial D. It is such a great series. Hey Azura, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a nice night. Yeah, we're gonna try to beat Diddy Kong Racing with Krunch. I'm thinking I'm gonna one-take Jake this, but I might make this a two-parter. Good to see you, good to see you. Welcome, everybody. I hope we're all doing well tonight. Hope everyone in chat is doing good. I gotta lock in for the upcoming rematch against Tricky. Oh, Timber just got double lapped. I actually think this first world, Dino Domain, is gonna be the hardest world because... Actually, no, the next world might be the hardest world because I think they're all go-kart races. The water world will be the easiest one because most of them are in the hovercraft. Lightning and a ton of rain. Yeah, all throughout July we got a ton of rain where I live. June was beautiful. We got beautiful weather. But then July, it was just non-stop rain.
I'll give you a special prize.
I'll give you a special prize.
Chicken udon. Oh, that sounds good. You know what I had for dinner last night? I had the classic, the struggle meal. Maruchan top ramen. No, it's pretty good though. I fried an egg in it. I put a fried egg in it, rather. So there's a weird quirk in Diddy Kong Racing. I don't think it's an intentional mechanic because no character ever brings it up. But if you rhythmically tap the A button instead of holding it down, you go a little bit faster. And I think it's an exploit because it definitely doesn't seem intentional. But for some of these boss battles, like this one with Tricky here, it's kind of necessary in order to beat him. I'm gonna take the shortcut this time. There we go. Come on, Krunch! Get up there! Wrong way! No, I don't think so. I'm going the right way. I know what I'm doing. You guys are watching a Diddy Kong Racing master at play. Citation needed. I can hear him gaining on me. Oh god, he's right behind me. He's right behind me, isn't he? At least it's something, yeah, for sure. Using the power of DK's drums to press the A button. I wonder if you could somehow configure the DK bongos to work in Diddy Kong Racing. Like, obviously you can in RetroArch or emulators, you can use any controller you want, but I wonder how that would work. With the acceleration, the drifting, the steering. That would make for a fun challenge. Beating Diddy Kong Racing with a pair of DK bongos. DK bongos 80%, yeah. A boiled egg or a fried egg, or even just scrambling the eggs in ramen, like, it elevates it exponentially. Straight up. Okay, we're gonna play the minigame, which is probably my least favorite part of Diddy Kong Racing. Mostly because they're mandatory to complete the game. You cannot access the final boss in Future Funland, whatever it's called, without all of the minigames completed. What's up, Anamembi? Hope you're having a great night. We're doing Diddy Kong Racing with the worst character in the game. Yeah, I was talking about the instant ramen I made last night. It was pretty good. It was the chili flavor, like Maruchan top ramen. I put an egg in it. I'm really bad at these minigames, by the way, so we're gonna be here for a minute. But this is mandatory to beat the game. It would be fine if they were optional, just fun little party modes that you can play with your friends, but you have to beat these in order to beat the final boss, straight up. It was pretty good. I put a little bit of peanut butter in it, mixed it up. Kind of forgot there's minigames in this. Yeah, they're very not good. Like, this would be fun to play with friends, maybe, but for the sole purpose of a single-player experience, nah. I wish these were optional, but Diddy Kong's gonna win. He's already got 3 eggs. Can I offer you an egg in this trying time? Oh, word? Who is that? Tip Top? Tip Top stole it. I'm gonna steal it from Tip Top. Or I would if I wasn't playing as the worst character of all time. I might have a strategy for this. I don't know if this is gonna work. But I think I'm gonna wait to place the egg down so that way everybody's stealing from each other and they just forget about me. I'm gonna move on the low. I'm gonna move on the low. They won't even notice me. They better not. Alright, Timber's got an egg. Somebody stole mine, so that strategy didn't work. These minigames are a pain in the butt with any character. It doesn't matter that I'm playing as Krunch. Oh shit, is that Timber? Wait, hold up. I steal one of Tip Top's eggs! Like, even if I was playing as a good character like Tip Top, it wouldn't matter. Maybe I should deploy a different strategy. Maybe I should just start guarding my eggs like a mama bird. A mama Krunch. Where's Diddy Kong at? Oh, I was too late. Alright, I'm gonna try to guard it. I'm gonna collect some rockets and see if I can guard the egg. At least we get some bump in music here. Okay, hold up. Anybody steps to me, you're gonna get blasted with rockets. What's good? What's good? What's good? Yeah, stay in your own lane, Diddy. I missed. But it worked though. Wait, he didn't get it. He didn't get it. Oh, this might be the move. Because once they hatch, they can't steal your egg. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Krunch, please. Krunch! This is the worst of the minigames, by the other way. The other ones are like Battle Royale minigames. Where did it go? This one is just, you gotta hatch a bunch of eggs. I might go do the Grand Prix and then come back to this. Yeah, this is the one part of this game I am not a fan of. No, get up! Krunch! Dude, it hit Diddy Kong and he still took it. Okay, I'm gonna give this one last attempt. And then we'll circle back to this. I'll go do the Grand Prix. Which is honestly the scariest part of this run, because I have no room to mess up. These minigames are annoying, but it's like, it's not even necessarily a challenge, it's just a pain in the butt. No, set it down, Krunch. What are you doing, bro? Okay. Dude, the missiles do nothing! Alright, I'm gonna go do the freaking Grand Prix, and then we'll come back to that. Trophy race. So this is just your typical Grand Prix. You do all of the races in a row, and you gotta qualify in first place to get the trophy. I understand this being a part of the challenge run, but the freaking minigames are just annoying. I don't even think they would be that fun with friends, really. But again, it was a good value proposition for 97 to have all this content in one game. Same thing with DK64. People talk about how there are too many collectibles in DK64, which I don't disagree with. I think DK64 is for sure a flawed game, but like, For $19.99, they give you so much content in that game. You would be playing it for months in order to 101% it. And for me as a kid, I played it for years before I finally 101% it. In fact, on N64, I never 101% it. It wasn't until Virtual Console that I actually did. Wii U Virtual Console. I don't think it came to the OG Wii Virtual Console. I'm kind of getting used to Krunch's controls finally. Like nearly an hour into the stream. Conker looks stoned in this game. This was before he hit the booze. Before his life started to go on a downward spiral. Okay, I'm actually not too worried about the Grand Prix. I wonder if chat would be angry if I did a mulligan for the minigame and I played as a different character. It probably wouldn't make much of a difference, though, honestly. So I'm probably not going to do that, but those minigames, man. Maybe I'll circle back to that one, because the other minigames aren't as bad. It's just like shooting the other racers with rockets. But that one in particular is just so annoying. He sounds like Krusty the Clown. I love Krunch. I love him even though he sucks. Do I dare go for it? Like, you really cannot make micro adjustments with Krunch. It's just not happening. Even if you do that brake drip. What? I've been bamboozled by Conker. You guys remember young Conker for the HoloLens? Where they turned him into a Ice Age character? He looks like damn Scrat from Ice Age. Oh, hold up. We might be able to bring this back. Tip Top, your days are numbered. Tip Top's my goat, but I gotta win. I'm in it to win it. Get the boost. Let's go. This shit ain't nothing for Krunch. Surprised he'd be the one you want to put on your Google Glasses thing. Yeah, it was a weird experiment. Like, why Conker? It didn't last for very long. I don't think the HoloLens was successful. But they turned Conker into like a weird blue sky animation, Ice Age Scrat looking type character. I think the best model of Conker was for that Project Spark game that got canceled. Well, actually, no, it did come out, right? But he looked great in that game. It looked like a blend of his Live and Reloaded design and his original N64 design. Scripted to win. If there's one thing about me that you guys know is like for certain set in stone, like you're talking to the dude who refuses to use save states and rewinds. But yes, my Game Genie is plugged in as we speak. I am currently using cheat codes. No, I would never. My thing is, if you want to use save states and rewinds when you're playing video games, that's fine. You play the games however you like to enjoy them. I am a stubborn, old head unk boomer. And I refuse. Unless I'm playing a ROM hack. If I'm playing a ROM hack, then anything is on the table. But baked in exploits and glitches, like the pause trick in Mega Man 1, or the Konami code in Contra, that is totally on the table. Any glitches, exploits, or codes that are in the game and you can access it just by putting the cartridge in and booting the game up, like, that's a whole other thing. That's totally on the table.
Hot top volcano.
Hot top volcano. How am I gonna 16-star Super Mario 64 without the BLJ? I mean, come on. Hit the turbo. God damn. It's especially funny if you get the 3 balloon boost in a cart and you just do the craziest jump. Yo, what's up, Doodle? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good night. Krunch flying over your house, dropping B-52 bombs. Enemy AC-130 above! And it's Krunch the Kremling. He really is kind of goated in the airplane. Like, his shitty controls don't matter in an airplane. I've said it a couple times, but in the hovercraft and in the airplane, he's kind of a good racer. But unfortunately, most of the courses in this game are in the go-kart. Yeah, I'm having a pretty cool night. Pretty good night. Alright, there we go. That's the first world done, except for the minigame. We'll circle back to that. We'll circle back to the minigame for sure, but I'm gonna move on to the next world. So we've 100%ed Dino Domain except for that minigame, which we do have to do, but I don't feel like doing it right now. I'll come back to it. Oh, Taj wants to race.
I challenge you to a race.
Let's go.
Alakazoo.
You don't have to collect the flags, it's just like to guide you. If Fan Gamer made a WizPig trophy, would you buy it? Absolutely. I would buy any Diddy Kong Racing merch. I would love to own the CD. It's not even that rare or expensive of a collector's item, but I just want to own it. Even though I don't have a CD player to play it. And it probably would destroy the CD player because it's in the damn shape of Diddy Kong's head. Yeah, Krunch is a Kremling. He's the only other Donkey Kong character in this game besides Diddy Kong himself. Alakazam.
Hello, friend. Bye-bye for now.
Taj is the homie. It's like he can't interfere with WizPig in the race. Like, we, the little critters, have got to beat him. But he'll help out for the love of the game. So at this point, I have enough balloons, I could probably go do the beach world. Actually, yeah, I kind of want to do the beach world right now.
Hello.
Yeah, the racing against Taj isn't too difficult. He's pretty easy.
Can I help you further? Bye-bye for now.
You get 3 races against Taj in each vehicle. I will say, I think that Wave Race 64 has the best water in an N64 game. Wave Race 64 is just mind-bogglingly beautiful for a 64 game, but Diddy Kong Racing is a close second. Look at this water. I could drink this water. It looks like Pacific Cooler Capri Sun. Do you think Diddy Kong Racing is post DKC or pre? Because that begs the question if Krunch had to die in the battle for Kong Island and Diddy had to kill him with his own hands. Damn. I think it is post DKC because I think the lore with Krunch is that King K. Rool sent Krunch to spy on Diddy Kong and the other guys to see what they were up to. I think it says that in the instruction manual of Diddy Kong Racing. Like, K. Rool sent Krunch to go, like, keep an eye on all of them. So it is post DKC. But that would be freaking crazy if Diddy Kong killed Krunch in DKC. His friend and ally in the battle against Wizpig. People don't like the hovercraft levels, but I never had a problem with them. I think it's a nice mix-up. And in fact, Crescent Isle, this world right here, is probably my favorite world in the game, just because it's so summery and pretty. Do you think Krunch got attached to the people he was spying on? And yeah, he definitely defected from the Kremlin army. He was like, man, Diddy Kong and all these little fellas, they're pretty chill. I don't know if I can make this without a boost. I can. Yeah, this is probably my favorite world in the game, solely for the vibes. This whole world just looks like a Capri Sun poucher. Poucher? Pouch. I like combined voucher and pouch. Gotta respect the pouch. This will be the easiest world in the game, solely for the fact that pretty much all of the races are... Actually, no. There's like 2 in a go-kart and 2 in a hovercraft, so it'll be about 50-50. Yeah, it's either this world or Future Funland for my favorite world in the game. Honestly thought I could make that with a boost, but I guess not. There are some songs in Future Funland that just straight up sound like Daft Punk. Donkey Kong tactical espionage like Metal Gear Solid. I would buy that game. I would play that. They should do like a Balloons Tower Defense Donkey Kong mashup. I would buy that game in a heartbeat. Mooga! Let's go! I'm thinking this is gonna be a 2-parter. But we haven't even been going for an hour and we've made pretty good progress, so... My thinking for this stream is that I'll do everything except for the minigames and the final boss battle against Wizpig, and then I'll save that for its own stream, which will be really boring to watch, but I kind of don't feel... No, I can do the other minigames. It's just that first one in the airplane that's annoying. Like, the minigame in this is just you shoot rockets at people in a hovercraft in this world. I think the key is like all the way over here, so I'm gonna grab the key and then restart. Thankfully, you don't have to get the key and come in first place, because that would be stupid. You can get the key and then just restart the level. There we go. Krunch, do you want to grab it, my dude? My man! Krunch, please, I'm begging you. There we go. There we go. Get those tip-tops and those Dino Dance emotes ready because... Oh my god, this soundtrack. I keep bringing up Wave Race, but that's just because this game and Wave Race 64 are my favorite racing games on the 64. But, like, this soundtrack is right up there with Wave Race 64. I think Totaka did that game, right? I get Kazumi Totaka and Hip Tanaka mixed up just because their names are phonetically similar, but I think it was Kazumi Totaka, who also did, like, Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion, amongst other games. But yeah, this game versus Mario Kart 64 has been a debate for a long time, but I really do think they both have their strengths and weaknesses. MK64 runs a lot better than this game, but this game looks gorgeous. I would say this game and Majora's Mask and Wave Race 64 and like DK64 are probably the best looking games on the system. And then Mario Kart 64 has that pick up and play mentality where you can just jump in with your friends and you're all on even footing, whereas this game has more nuance to the mechanics and whatnot. But I love them both. I think as the years go by, Mario Kart 64 is slowly edging this game out. Wait, what? Pause? What did he say? No, I've really come to appreciate Mario Kart 64 just the past 2 years with that recompilation. Sorry, Taj, we're on a speed run here. We're on a speed run here. I gotta skip the cutscenes, man. With Lanky Kong and Tiny Kong. I heard Bonanza brought, like, all of the members of the Kong family back, but they're not actually playable and they're not, like, really in the game. They're trophies. I've still yet to play Bonanza because I don't have a Switch 2, but it looks really fun, and it pays homage to Rareware in so many ways. Like, spoiler alert for Bonanza if you didn't know, they bring King K. Rool and the Kremlings back. Dude, this song rips. This song is literally like a summer barbecue in the backyard and you've got the whole neighborhood just chilling. Tight beat. Playing as Peach in Mario Kart 64 has made its start been edging out Diddy Kong Racing as WyattMC's favorite. Princess Peach edging. These are accusations. There's no basis to these accusations. I say that because it wasn't Princess Peach. Let's be real. It was Wario and his dump truck. Let's be real here. Princess Peach, you know, she's fine. Like, literally, she's kind of fine with it. But Wario, though. Come on, y'all know me. Oh, yeah. His voice clips in 64 are the funniest thing ever. When you hit the boost and Wario goes, "Here I go," it cracks me up. Like, I don't know why, but they're just so funny sounding. Had to play Mario Kart 8 one-handed because of Wario on the bike. How come the boys didn't get cool, like, sport gear in Mario Kart Wii? How come Wario didn't get the cool motorcycle fit? Why is it just the girls? What's the deal, Nintendo? What's the deal, Shiggy Miyamoto? That reminds me, though, in Odyssey, which had the custom outfits, which I hope is a staple of future Mario games, because that was so cool. There was, like, the Famicom Pit Crew outfit, and he has the backwards hat. Let me find it. Find a picture of it. Because this was my favorite outfit in Mario Odyssey. Yes, this one. Hold up. This was apparently a reference to Famicom Rally on the Famicom, which I never played. The only NES racing game I can think of is Rad Racer, but this outfit, it was so damn cool, and they need to bring this back. I really hope that the customizable outfits are a mainstay in future Mario games. He's already showing all that. True. That's true in a zoo. That's how true that is. Wario can show it off all natural. No, I think my dream racing game right now is either a new Ridge Racer or Diddy Kong Racing reboot by Retro Studios. I think Retro would nail that shit. Well, DK Bonanza also has, like, you can customize Pauline and DK's outfits, right? And that was by the Odyssey devs, Nintendo EAD or whatever. Wonder what Retro is up to after Prime 4? God. I really hope they're able to make another Donkey Kong game. I don't blame them for Prime 4 being kind of stinky, because that game's development was FUBAR. Nintendo was like, we're gonna do it all by ourselves. We don't need retro. And then years of radio silence. And then they were like, okay, Namco is maybe getting involved. And then more radio silence. And then they were like, okay, we fucked up. We need Retro Studios help. Prime 4 had just absolutely twisted development. I really hope Retro doesn't shut down or anything. Mario Kart World also has that outfit. Oh yeah, World does have custom outfits for all the characters, which is cool. I think that's one thing that World nails is the animation, the aesthetic, and the soundtrack. This guy is so scary. Why does he sound like that? Well done. The lore of the bosses, by the way, in this game is that they're actually really cool and chill. But Wizpig used his magical amulet to make them all evil, which is really messed up and twisted, and Wizpig needs to be stopped. When you get the true ending, you see that these guys are actually low-key, really chill and cool, and they're all partying with each other, but Wizpig has brainwashed them. It's really messed up, honestly, and fucked up for a kid's game. Yo, thanks for the Bitcoin! I don't know, what is the conversion rate? Isn't it like 100 bits is $1? I think 1 bit is even less than a penny. It's like half of a penny after Twitch takes their share of the cut. I think the idea of just donating 1 bit to the stream is really funny. Unlike Barry's stream, though, I don't have any alerts. My streams are really stripped back. Stripped back? Pause? What did he say? Believe me when I say that the rematch with this octopus is like the second hardest race in the game behind Wizpig. The rematch against this dude is nuts. The bit conversion ain't so great. Yeah, the market is really down right now. Farm to table, no frill stream. I think like alerts and all of that that's fun. But I'm just a curmudgeon. I just play games. It would be funny to do alerts for bits, though, because donating 1 bit and then having a loud-ass, like, stream alert is really funny. So I can't do... I don't know if I can do the rest of this world yet. I don't know if I'll have enough balloons for it. Let's go ahead and do the minigame. Get that taken care of. Explosion sound effect. Thanks for the penny. Thanks for the bit. Okay, so this one, it's still annoying, but it's not as bad as the Dino Domain minigame. You just gotta survive. I feel like this minigame would actually be kind of fun in multiplayer. You could also just, like, hide and let everybody kill themselves. But that's no fun. I gotta participate in the carnage. We went from Diddy Kong Racing to Twisted Metal, basically. You can't get the 10 rockets, though, which is kind of unfortunate. Because that's the 3rd tier of the red balloons, but for some reason in these minigames you can't get that. So Timber and Tip Top are taking some damage. Diddy Kong still has all of his bananas. Yeah, just go for the rockets. The green balloon is a landmine, it's kind of useless. I got your number, Timber. how did that miss? I was right in front of him. I shot like a Nikita missile at Diddy Kong and he dodged it. He King Crimson that shit. Okay, we got this. No shot that Diddy Kong is beating me here. Pause? What is wrong with this streamer? Yeah, if you could get the 10 rocket upgrade, this minigame would be so easy. Freaky streamer. Did that not hit him again? Is Diddy Kong using Game Genie? Did he plug in his Game Shark? Is there a game that y'all played growing up that like was objectively not very good, but you still had fun with it? My go-to answer for that is Custom Robo for the GameCube. Custom Robo was so cool, and I want them to bring it back, but I revisited Custom Robo a couple years ago, and it was kind of a slog. I beat the whole game, I played the campaign, and I love the idea of Custom Robo, and I played the multiplayer with my siblings growing up, but I was like, oh wow, this game is kind of really repetitive. I love everything about Custom Robo except like actually playing it. The multiplayer is still fun, but the single player campaign really is a slog to get through. But Custom Robo and Star Tropics are the two Nintendo series I want them to bring back. You have to beat Diddy's main character energy. Yeah, he's got a handicap because he's the protagonist. Like, the other minigames in this game aren't that bad. That one's actually kind of fun. But the first one in Dino Domain with the eggs, oh my god, I'm gonna be stuck on that for at least an hour. But yeah, that one's not so bad. The one in the ice world isn't that bad, and then the one in the fourth world that's like medieval themed, I forgot the name of it. That one is pretty easy too. Well, let's see if we can get enough gold balloons to finish Crescent Island. Whale Bay. You know what else I played with my siblings growing up? Freaking Star Fox Assault multiplayer mode. I think I played that more than the actual campaign, the main game. The multiplayer mode with all the different maps in Star Fox Assault was so much fun. I've heard that the new Star Fox is good, and I'm glad that it sold decently well and people liked it. I just really wish it wasn't a remake of 64. I would actually be really interested in that new Star Fox if it weren't for the fact that it's just another 64 remaster. What? What hit me? Was there a landmine there? What the hell? Super Monkey Ball? I love Monkey Ball. I do think the sequel is a lot better. The original Super Monkey Ball is really, like, minimalist in terms of the features and the modes and stuff. You have a couple mini games. You got the arcade mode, and then Super Monkey Ball 2 came out swinging with the freaking like the campaign and then all the mini games in it, like Monkey Flight. I love Super Monkey Ball. I do think it's a really frustrating game on the higher difficulties. Earlier this year, like back at the beginning of summer in June, I tried to beat Expert Mode on stream and I couldn't even make it halfway through it. Expert Mode has 50-something floors, and I could make it to, like, the 15th floor, and then I would run out of lives and continues. But yeah, I do think Super Monkey Ball 2 is a lot better than the first game. But I love Super Monkey Ball. I think those are some of the best games on the GameCube, in my opinion. I'm definitely a 64 stan. It's my favorite console ever. But I do think the GameCube has some hella good games. I love Luigi's Mansion in particular. Let's see if I can get this. Yup! I think there's a silver coin like hidden right here. Yeah, oh my god. How did I get that? Yeah, Super Monkey Ball's been making a comeback. There was the Banana Mania remake where it was a compilation of the first two games. It was like a remake of the first two games. And then I think they made like a brand new Super Monkey Ball game not too long ago. And then there was a remake of whatever the Wii one was. I think that was the one that started this whole thing off, but Sega's been bringing Monkey Ball back. All right, let's see if I can somehow come in first place. Is it true that F-Zero GX on the GameCube runs in the Super Monkey Ball engine? I know that it was made by Sega. It was made by Studio AV, so it was the same devs. That's interesting if it runs in the same engine, though. I've always heard that. I don't know how true it is. This might be a redo. I don't know if I can come in first, y'all. Oh, if I had made that, I might have clutched it. All right, we're gonna have to restart that one. Yeah, thank you, Krunch. Maybe I should focus on getting a good lead first and then go for the coins. Krunch, please! Just go! Yeah, missed the boost again, missed the coin. Gotta remember to get that on the next lap. Okay. We might have this. I might be able to secure it.
Go for it.
It really is funny how this game, on the surface, looks like the ultimate like baby game for literal children, and then you actually play it, and you realize how difficult it is. It's like, no, this ain't no baby game. Granted, it's not F-Zero X on master difficulty, it's not that hard, but it's still really challenging to do the silver coin challenge and go for 100%. I think what we're gonna do, we'll finish this world up, and then I might call it for tonight, and I'll try to do an early stream tomorrow, and we'll do the remaining worlds. Yeah, I don't have enough balloons? Okay, so change of plans. We're gonna hit up the winter world and get one more balloon, because I don't think there's any more balloons on the overworld, so I'm gonna do one race in the... Oh! I don't even need to do that. I can just race Taj. Perfect. It would be cool if this game was totally non-linear and you could do any world in any order. That would make for, you know, more interesting replays. Got you thinking of streaming Monkey Ball? You should! I wouldn't say that Monkey Ball is poorly designed, but I do think it can be an incredibly frustrating game. Because it's really hard, and you have limited continues. I think if you had infinite tries, like you didn't have lives and continues, it would work a lot better. I don't think Monkey Ball is a game that necessarily needs lives and continues. And I say that as somebody who doesn't really mind lives and continues in older games. With some exceptions, like Rocket Knight Adventures, which is just insanely difficult. I love Rocket Knight, but that game do be hard. But yeah, I dig the GameCube. I think it has a great library of games, but compared to the PS2 and the Xbox, it got stomped by both consoles, especially the PS2. And I say that as a Nintendo fan. But PS2 clears the GameCube library. But Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance, F-Zero GX, Luigi's Mansion, Super Monkey Ball. I've heard Wave Race Blue Storm is good. I've never played it. I've only played 64 Wave Race.
Hello, friend. Bye-bye.
And then you got games like Beautiful Joe. Resident Evil 4 was a GameCube exclusive for a little bit, until it got ported to every single video game console under the sun. But people forget that it started out on GameCube. Now hopefully with that balloon we can finish up Crescent Isle. This lighthouse is a spaceship, by the way. We're not going to see that in this stream, but it's pretty lit. I think we'll be able to finish this world up now. Got 2 more races, and then the Grand Prix. And the rematch with the boss, which is, in my opinion, maybe the hardest boss battle in the game. Wizpig might beat it, though. I'm really not looking forward to Wizpig. Oh my goodness. I'm maybe not even entirely convinced that you can beat Wizpig with Krunch. But I guess we'll see when we get there. We'll cross that bridge. Gonna get the coins first, as many as I can get. Yeah, this is me begging anybody to recompile Diddy Kong Racing, but don't use your ChatGPT AI vibe-coded spaghetti code. Because it's like, I'm just against Gen AI in general, and y'all already know that, but it's also like, who the hell knows what's in that code? It's like, oh, ChatGPT, generate me the code I need to recompile Diddy Kong Racing for the 64, and it's like some Peter Thiel data harvesting shit. Like, you don't know what's in that code. Thank you, Taj. 22 balloons. I'm still missing one. Damn. All right, we need one more balloon. I guess that's what happens when you do the worlds out of order. Taj, my man!
I challenge you to a race, Alakazam.
Just what I needed. And this is the last race with Taj as well. I always thought it was creepy the more pieces of the amulet you collect, like the Wizpig Mountain becomes alive. Whizpig just scared me so much as a kid. I was like, I can't beat this guy. He's too fast. The sounds of him stomping behind you as you're racing him, like that gave me goosebumps as a kid. It would be cool to see him return in some capacity in a Donkey Kong game. Bum, 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 bum. There we go.
Hello, friend.
Just what I needed.
Bye-bye for now.
Just what I needed. And I think that's all of the balloons in the overworld, and there are no more Taj races, so that's it. Everything else is just in the actual worlds themselves.
Treasure case.
It would be cool if the overworld had some more secrets, but this game was already pushing the N64 to its limits. But you know, if they were to bring this series back, if they were to make a new one, obviously Rareware wouldn't make it, but I'm telling you, Retro Studios, they would knock it out of the park. This is all contingent on if they're still around and Nintendo hasn't shut them down after Prime 4 failed. I don't think it sold poorly, though. Like, Prime 4 sold pretty decently, it just reviewed not well. I just wonder why they were so insistent upon making it open world, because that is the antithesis to Metroidvanias. The whole point of a Metroidvania is like this compact, tightly designed world with a lot of backtracking and a lot of secrets to find. Like, that is the opposite of open world, but oh well. There we go. Next up, boss battle, then the Grand Prix, and then we're done with this world 100%. And then that'll probably be it for tonight. Just a short little stream. All right. This freaking octopus. Krunch is the boss killer, though, so we might not struggle with it too much. He sounds like Psycho Mantis, bro.
So, you like to play Diddy Kong Racing?
You got this, Krunch. Oh no! And keep my distance from him. I'm gonna stock up on balloons and then I'm gonna wreck his ass. I'm coming for that ass! Dude, I'm telling you, Krunch is actually unironically the boss killer, though. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Oh, that might have been the run. I just got freaking bubbled. Can never not associate this song with King Gets a Car. This song's been used in a number of memes. Diddy Kong Racing soundtrack has a pretty eminent legacy. Oh my god, that would have slaughtered his ass. Krunch should have turned into freaking lasagna against that rock. That would have been a good boost too if I, you know, landed it. If I didn't splat against the rock formation. Damn. Diddy Kong Racing Dashcam compilation. Oh my, see what I'm talking about? This guy's a dickhead. Okay. We almost had it that last time, but I beefed the boost. Dude, chill. The bosses in this game are masters of rage baiting you because they never shut up. They just taunt you throughout the whole thing. Listen to this chuckle fuck. Alright, we got a good lead on him. There's no way I can screw this up now. No shot. Easy money, baby! Boss killer. Actually, he's an alligator.
I am Psycho Mantis.
Alright, let's do it. Trophy challenge. And then that'll probably be it for tonight. I wanted to start the stream earlier today, but I was running errands, so tomorrow we'll try to go live around like 6 p.m. Finish the game. Depending on how much WizPig whoops my ass, this might be a 3-parter.
Trophy race.
Let's do it.
Whale Bay.
It's weird. Whenever I replay Diddy Kong Racing, I either one-shot WizPig, I just enter some initial D X Games mode, or I'm stuck on the WizPig race for like 3 hours. Since we're playing as Krunch though, it's probably gonna be the latter. This game is just such a good vibe. It's so colorful and honestly one of the best looking games of this generation. The soundtrack is front to back bangers. Not a single bad song on the soundtrack. Graham Norgate and David Wise locked in for this game's score. And you know, if if Retro Studios or any studio were to make a new Diddy Kong Racing, David Wise is freelance now. He actually did the soundtrack to Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, so they could bring him back. I don't know if Graham Norgate is still in the industry, though. He might still work for Rare. I think Robin Beanland, who did Killer Instinct alongside Graham Norgate, he did Killer Instinct and Conker's Bad Fur Day. I don't know if he's still around, like, in the industry, but David Wise, I'm pretty sure, is freelance now.
Pirate Lagoon.
I keep calling this Crescent Island. It's Sherbert Island. I'm a fake Diddy Kong Racing fan. Krunch was actually the perpetrator of the BP oil slick. We just saw actual real footage of it right there. That means any of you lucky viewers can hire him. If you got the Skrilla for it. But yeah, he did Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Which, this should go without saying, but genuinely, like, Tropical Freeze is the best platformer ever made. It is insane how locked in Retro was when they made that game. I can't think of a game that is more creative and immersive. For a platformer, too. Like a platformer game starring DK and all the members of the Kong gang. You're collecting bananas and shit. It's a really, like, immersive and beautiful game. And the soundtrack is a big part of that. Like, it does a lot of the heavy lifting, but what I like about the DKC Returns games is there's never any random floating platformers or platforms or like detritus. Everything has context in the world, like everything that you're running and jumping on. Returns and Tropical Freeze are so immersive and just beautiful. My heart will always love the Rareware trilogy on SNES. Just because those games are inseparable to me. I grew up with them, but Retro narked it out of the park. They knocked it out of the park with those games. I hope they're able to make a third game someday. Just bring the Kremlings back. Yeah, I forgot I was playing as Krunch, and now I'm behind the wheel again. Not even gonna try to go for the shortcut. I know my ass is gonna get stuck on it. Easy money. I think the Ice World and the Medieval World, their names are escaping me, but neither of those will be too much of a hassle. But then we're gonna make it to the first WizPig race and Future Funland, and then the second WizPig race, and it's just gonna be a nightmare.
Treasure case.
Here we go, last race of the Grand Prix. This song really is just the epitome of summertime vibes. Like just having a dope-ass barbecue with the neighborhood. Yo, what's up, Co? Yeah, we've been doing all right. This has not been too bad of a run so far, but I know that WizPig is going to be hell in a cell. A steel cage match against WizPig and Krunch! Hell in a cell! Yeah, welcome to the stream, unless you've been lurking, but welcome. Hope you're having a dope night so far. There we go. Beautiful. Doodle mentioned it earlier about like a real-life WizPig trophy, but now I kind of want that. I would put that on my mantle that I don't have. Oh, there we go. 100%. Done with Sherbert Isle. You know what? We got some good momentum going. Let's do the Ice World. As an adult, this is a very summertime video game for me, but when I was a kid, I have very vivid memories of playing it around Christmas, and the Ice World was just such a nice part of the game during the holiday season. Because I used to play this around the holidays when I was younger, but now, the past couple years as an adult, whenever I replay Diddy Kong Racing, it's usually during the summertime. All right. We'll do this world. Let's do it. Get ready for some Paul McCartney, Wonderful Christmas Time type beats. The moon is right. The spirit's up. Not this one, but there's one song that's pretty much just Wonderful Christmas Time. Yeah, honestly, if we do this world and then the next stream is us finishing up the game, especially with WizPig, I know he's gonna give me a lot of trouble. They'll be about the same length. Unless we get totally demolished by WizPig, which is a possibility. We can't rule that out. I remember a couple years ago, I don't remember if I Let's Played it or I streamed it. I think it was a stream. I streamed Diddy Kong Racing, and I uploaded the VOD to YouTube, and TJ Henry Yoshi commented on it, and I was like starstruck. But he was like, yeah, I beat Adventure Mode 2 with Krunch, and I was bewildered. Adventure Mode 2 is already brutally difficult as is, but beating it with Krunch? TJ Henry Yoshi, built different. The opposite, because this world comes to mind foremost and you associate it with Christmas. Yeah, 100%, I feel that. And I was like that as a kid, but now as an adult, this game is very summertime to me. But what I like about this world is that it's not just a snow world. It's deliberately a Christmas world, which you don't see that often in gaming. I love Christmas. I know it's a super commercialized and stressful holiday for a lot of people, but when I think of Christmas, I don't think of gifts and like buying stuff and superficiality, like frivolous purchases. I just think of being nice and warm inside while it's cold out and you're with your friends and family. And a lot of people, they aren't in that position, you know, in their life, and I understand that. But Christmas is a holiday that I refuse to let myself become cynical of. I totally get it. I totally get why the holidays stress a lot of folks out, why people have disdain for Christmas. I get it. but I'll always love Christmas. Halloween is my favorite holiday. I love October. I love watching horror movies during the fall, and it's, you know, all spooky out. But Christmas is right up there. And I worked retail all throughout high school, so now I know what it's like to be working retail and you have to hear those Christmas songs. I get it, but it never bothered me. There's a couple ROM hacks and mods of Diddy Kong Racing, but I really want somebody to mod DK Jr. into this game. DK Jr. would fit right in with the rest of this cast. Somebody should make a ROM hack that all it does is add DK Jr. in as a character. He could replace Krunch. Except for the fact that DK Jr. and Bowser are the best kart racers in the original Super Mario Kart, so he would probably replace, like, Drumstick, but that'd be so cool. I played a ROM hack of Diddy Kong Racing a couple years ago that added Yoshi as a playable character, and he also fit right in with the rest of this cast. There we go. I kind of wish you could just do the silver coin challenge right out the gate, but that mostly stems from me having replayed this game so many damn times. Like, I know all of these tracks by heart. I think Snowball Valley has the key. Go ahead and nab the key first, and then we'll do the race. Like TK. Oh, I'm so grateful for the fact that you can get the key and then restart. Because they put the key, it's so well hidden in each world. You gotta go out of your way to get it. It would have been a pain if you had to get it and come in first, like with the silver coin challenges. Oh, take it easy, Krunch. He's drunk behind the wheel of this go-kart. Ooh! It's kind of clutch. Speed running this baby. Should I go ahead and do the minigame now or put it off? We can do it now. It's not too bad. I think it's just like a Mario Kart battle arena sort of thing. Yeah, you gotta shoot rockets at the other players, but this time you're in a go-kart, so it's gonna be way harder. The last one wasn't that bad, because we were in a hovercraft, and Krunch excels in the hovercraft and in the airplane, as we have established. I thought that was a player. I dead ass thought that balloon was an NPC. I got your number, Diddy Kong. Who? What? Oh, that is Diddy Kong. I was like, who the hell is that? What is that polygonal sandwich in front of my eyes? No, 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 no. This is mine. This is my rockets. Krunch, can you please? Dude, that would have been crazy if I hit Timber there. Did you see that? Oh, shit is going down. Almost. Oh! Shit. I'm telling you, if you could get the 10 rockets upgrade in these minigames, be game over for these kids. Timber the Tiger still got 8 of his bananas. What the hell? There's no way I can beat Timber with that many bananas. I don't think I've ever even been up here before. Okay. I was just trying to get the rockets. Krunch, come on. My dude. Everything except the rockets are useless. Straight up. Nope. Give me that. Sorry, Tip Top. I'm no longer sorry. Tip Top is dead. Tip Top has been found dead in Miami. Should I just let Diddy Kong and Timber kill each other? Hey V-Love, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a nice night. Did you just hit us with a T-Dub reference? Mario may be super, but I'm super duper with a big tooper. What's up, Miyumi? Hope you're also having a nice night. We're doing the Krunch challenge. Take the Krunch challenge. The heat is driving you a little nuts. This summer hasn't been that bad, except for like the end of June where it got crazy, crazy hot. But I'm used to the heat and the humidity down here in the south. I don't mind the heat, but the end of June in particular, it got up to like 111 degrees. It was pretty toasty. I'm just now noticing this, but the back of the cart kind of looks like a little angry face. Which is very apropos for Krunch. I don't even know if that's the grammatically correct usage of apropos. Yo, where you at? I see you on the mini-map. He's on the top floor, I bet. Or like the second top floor. AKA the middle floor. I'm gonna wait for him. Yeah, it's been really humid all summer, but I feel like the outside of that heat wave at the end of June, it hasn't been too bad for me personally. But I know some of you guys are out there in California, and it's probably scorching. I just gotta hit him one more time. Gotcha! You're in the animation mines? Hell yeah! Very productive working on a scripted video and animating. Yeah, we've gotten a lot of rain. Pretty much all throughout July it was rain. June, it was sunshiny and like really nice out, but all last month it was raining. You have another piece of the amulet. Oh joy! Well, we got that taken care of. For y'all just now joining, we are 2.5 worlds in. We did Dino Domain and Sherbet Isle. And we're gonna do this world, and then that'll be it for tonight. And in the next stream, we will try and finish the game up. We still gotta do the Silver Coin Challenge for this world. Walking in a winter wonderland. Oh shit, now we're in Silent Hill. How goes this Sisyphean task? It's not been too bad, but it's not been too great either. Krunch is really awful. I keep comparing him to Roll in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but that's the best comparison I can make. He is that bad. He is Sean Matsuda in Street Fighter 3rd Strike. He is Roll in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 levels of bad. When you're playing as Krunch in Diddy Kong Racing, you're playing a different game. Everybody else is playing Diddy Kong Racing. Krunch is playing Krunch Racing, okay? This is like a whole different can of beans. What's up, Tyler? Good to see you. It's been a minute. Hope you're having a great night, having a good weekend. Yeah, like, you gotta love Krunch because he's a Kremling and he's so cool, but, like, he just sucks so hard. Poor guy. The next world, though, the freaking medieval one with the dinosaur, with the dragon, rather, is not going to be much of a problem, I think. And you know what? Outside of the 2 Whizpig races, Future Funland, I think like 2 of those races are in an airplane, right? I could be misremembering. I know there's at least one. The last race in the game, I'm pretty sure, is in an airplane. So he's built for that. And this boss fight isn't too bad. We did get a recomp of Diddy Kong Racing, but it's a AI vibe coded recomp, and I'm not gonna play it. And that's from the admission of the guy that made it. He freaking Chat GPT made it, so I'm not interested. If we get a good recomp of Diddy Kong Racing, you can bet your bippy that we're playing that. Dragon and Whizpig 2. Yeah, the dragon isn't too bad. This walrus guy isn't too bad either, because we're playing as Krunch, and as we've established, Krunch is the freaking boss killer. Yeah, the recomps that aren't Chat GPT generated are great, and I appreciate them, and there are plenty of those. But within the past year and a half, we've been inundated with a bunch of those slop ports, whatever you want to call it. But DK64 is getting an honest-to-God recomp. So that's coming out pretty soon. I'm pretty sure they said end of July, but it got pushed back a couple of days. Bubble Bird. Yeah, I really hope that the freaking Gen AI bubble bursts soon. That's, you know, it's probably copium, but I hope it happens soon. I'm just sick of seeing it, sick of talking about it, sick of hearing it, sick of having to talk about it. Just go away, disappear, go away, forever and ever.
I've got something special for you.
Take your finger off the accelerator before you hit a zipper. Yeah, so if you let off the acceleration, you get a boost. I'm gonna do Snowball Valley first, because this is the most annoying level in this world.
Snowball Valley.
Yeah, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of looking at it, seeing it everywhere on the internet, talking about it, hearing about it. I'm sick of it. I know I've gone on this tangent several times the past year and some change, but what are you gonna do? I wish I was playing as Banjo. I wish I was playing as Banjo. Banjo only has one additional point in his steering, but he controls so much better. It's kind of crazy. He's only barely better than Krunch, but he feels a lot better to play as. Just that one additional point in his handling makes him so much better. Still missing one more coin? For real? Oh, you know what? It's probably in the middle path. This might be a retry. Yeah, there it is. Makes you feel irrational rage. Well, no, it's totally rational. It is totally rational. Because it sucks, and it's one of the few things that I genuinely feel like I need to stand up and speak out against it. The only people who like it are tech bros who want to be artists, but don't want to actually work for it and get good at it, and corporations who want to cut out artists for their bottom line. Those are the only two people that like Gen AI. Get out of here, Banjo. Come on, Banjo! Get loose! Hopefully I can get that on the third lap. Oh my god, it took my boost! Diddy Kong. Little bro, you better tread light. Oh! I'm Banjo! The passion of the whole Sonic Generations modding community went into the Unleashed recomp, and it shows. I don't think I'm too knowledgeable about that to give an opinion about it, but the Sonic Unleashed recomp that came out like 2 years ago is really good. The Takumi drift finish. Yeah, we hit that initial D shit. Krunch behind the wheel of the 8-6. But yeah, the only recomp I'm really hyped for at the moment is the DK64 one, which we will absolutely stream that the day it comes out. I'm gonna 101% it, and you know what? We'll mess around with the tag anywhere functionality because it is cool, but I might go psychopath mode and 101% it without it. Which I've done several times. Hopefully, Beaver Bother is fixed in the recomp. It literally doesn't work. Beaver Bother isn't bad because it's just a bad minigame. It's bad because it literally doesn't work. All right, I got 2 more coins. I know where one is. There's one under this. Okay, I know where both of them are. You can do like a barrel roll, like a loop-de-loop sort of thing. In the airplane, I don't remember how to do it though. It's like a Star Fox button combination. Oh, I missed it. That's a restart. It was right there. The other day, Tommy mentioned Initial D. You thought he meant Tenacious D. Yo, Jack Black in the R32. What will he do? Initial D, but instead of Eurobeat, it's Tenacious D. God, what an awful show that would be. Could you imagine? I will say, though, this is like a crazy person-ass take. Okay, that wasn't what I wanted to do, but sure. I kind of like the new metal, like, Tokyo Pop intro of Initial D. It's so bad and cheesy that it's good. It's like the good kind of localization where it's just so different from the original source material that it becomes its own thing. Initialize! Customize! I kind of love it. Like, nothing can beat the original, especially with the Eurobeat music, but I do kind of love the Tokyo Pop new metal intro. It's so bad that it's good. It's like White Boy Beast Mode type beat. I still think Running in the 90s is the best song in Initial D. When Keisuke and Takumi are racing on like the 4th or 5th episode at the very beginning, and Running in the 90s starts playing, it's the hypest shit ever. I get goosebumps whenever that like, I've rewatched Initial D twice the past couple of months, and I still get goosebumps. We'll save Frosty Village for the end. That's probably my favorite track in this world. Maybe even in the game. I really like the big slope, the downhill, and you can just bomb it and hit a boost and go flying. Walking in a winter wonderland. I like the gamer cave here with the RGB lights. Oh god, how am I gonna get that? Are you kidding me? Every single missile missed the target! Oh my, that coin is in a very devilish placement. Hearing that line while watching Eva, I love how the English voice actor just sounds like Eddie from Ed, and Eddie. Every single missile hit the target! I think that's why it's so funny to me. It just sounds like Eddie. Water that makes you go boing. Yeah, I hate it. I hate when the water does that. I don't think this might be a retry. Yep. That coin is in such an evil placement. Umper taking all my gosh dang bananas. I'm missing all of these coins. Dude, if Badlands Chugs drank that water, it would be like moon shoes. His jumping ability would go insane. Don't touch that mouse. I want a DOS boot of my own. Like the DOS boot that he chugs the Mountain Dew Sangarita Blast out of. I want my own. Hey guys, Stu here. Today we're going to be reviewing Mountain Dew Sangarita Blast. It just took the cap off. Let me get a good sniff going. I really hope that Stu and Eugene of Robotic Bagel are doing well. I hope that they're living their best life. Genuinely, those videos have brought me so many laughs and entertainment all throughout the years. I bought this onion. My dad paid like $2 for it. So let's just dive right in. What coin am I missing? What the hell? Hey guys, Stu here. Today we're going to be reviewing Diddy Kong Racing. This game's really hard. I'm playing as this Krunch guy. He's kind of cool. But he's really hard to control. Oh my god! Stu's here. I should make another Robotic Bagel YouTube poop. Hey guys, Stu's here. Back at it again at Krispy Kreme. Hey guys, Stu here is like all in one word. Hey guys, Stu here. Today I'm gonna be reviewing, Onion. My dad paid like $2 for it. I genuinely love those videos with all of my heart. Like, completely sincerely. And I hope that Eugene and Stu are doing well, wherever they are in life. Oh yeah, that reminds me.
I wanna be
Diddy Kong Racing.
I haven't played that since the beginning of the stream. What do you think? That pretty good edit, pretty good keyframing, right? Pretty good keyframing. Yeah, I just love the big ass hill here that you can bomb with a boost. Hey guys, Stu here. I just got this new job. Today I'm gonna be reviewing the Hadron Particle Accelerator. My dad paid like $2 for it. Who is putting these coins here? There's a coin down there I need to get. That's the last one, too. Okay. I gotta remember to get that. This game is so damn good. Like, the frame rate is awful, but you really do get adjusted to it. Not saying that, not defending this game's frame rate, but it was pushing the limits of the N64 at the time. Today we're gonna be reviewing the Demon Core. I'm gonna poke it with a screwdriver. Krunch, come on, dude! Krunch is not sober behind the wheel. That's my headcanon. That's why he just controls so bad. He is not sober. He is not lucid right now. He's off 27 buzzballs. I think that would kill anybody. I know Krunch is a Kremling. He's probably built different, but I think if anybody hit 27 buzzballs, it would be game over. Your liver and kidneys would be done for, dude. Hey guys, Stu here. Today we're gonna be reviewing the Elf Buzzball. Yeah, your liver is gonna be, it's gonna melt. Today we're gonna be reviewing the Panoots flavored Buzzball.
Fantastic! If you can beat me again, I'll give you a special prize!
A special prize! Bro's got the dicky on, though. Dripped up and draped out. A dicky? They still make these? Today we're gonna be reviewing the Berry Me Alani flavored Buzzball. Is this the same walrus in Freeze Easy Peak and Banjo? I always wondered that. The walrus in Banjo doesn't have the dicky. I gotta check out the Lighthouse release of Banjo-Kazooie, because I want to try the randomizer. I have no idea how a randomizer in that game is gonna work, because Banjo-Kazooie is a very linear game with very little backtracking, but that could be fun. I really want to see what a Banjo-Kazooie randomizer entails.
Well done! You've won a piece of the amulet!
Hey guys, Stu here. Here to review the Beam Katana I just won on an online auction. It's called the Bloodberry. Travis Touchdown circa like 2008. Circa the release of No More Heroes 1. He would have done some vlogs for sure. I got this badass Beam Katana. Be sure to like and subscribe. Actually, back then it would have been 5 stars. They didn't have the like-dislike system back then. So he would have been like, be sure to rate 5 stars and subscribe to the channel. And no, hit that bell either. The bell didn't exist back then.
Everfrost Peak.
Be sure to subscribe if you want to see Dr. Naomi pimp this out with some modifications.
My Travis Touchdown impression is just my Snake impression, but 2% less raspier.
Colonel, I got this Beam Katana. Otacon hooked me up with one.
I feel like there's a lot of parallels between Suda51, Grasshopper games, and Kojima's games. There's like, you could probably make a Venn diagram of like Metal Gear and Killer 7 and No More Heroes. In the first game, they mentioned he appeared on someone's podcast. That is so in character. That's what I love about the No More Heroes games. There's a lot of lore and exposition, but in the form of like the cards and stuff and little bits and bobs of dialogue. I really like that. There's plenty of story throughout the game with the cutscenes and everything, but you get extraneous little bits and bobs of character and lore in the form of collectibles and just flavor text on everything. It's cool. I've been thinking about streaming Killer is Dead, which is one of my favorite Grasshopper games, even though I have no idea what it's about. I've played and beaten it maybe twice, and I have no idea what the story of that game is about. You could have a gun to my head and tell me to recite the basic plot points of Killer is Dead, and I would have to be like, all right, it's been a good run. See you in the next life. I have never played a more confusing game than Killer is Dead, but in spite of that, I love it, because the combat is so much fun and the vibes of the game are so cool, even though I have no idea what's going on.
Walrus code.
You were so happy reading the cards. They gave each individual weapon from the bosses a name and in-universe brand that made them. It's so cool. I really do want a No More Heroes 4, but also I'm not the kind of person who wants endless sequels to the thing I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do want to see more No More Heroes, but it can be laid to rest and they can just move on with their new IPs, like, you know, Romeo is a Dead Man. A lot of companies are complicit just making endless infinite sequels to their IP, which can be a bad thing, but it's also like, you know, I'm never gonna complain for a new Mega Man game, even though they've made 1 billion of them, right? But I just love No More Heroes so much that I don't want to see those characters go away. You know, I want more Travis, I want more Sylvia, Crystal, and Jean and all them. Holds a gun to your head and asks you to recount the plot of Killer Instinct. Well, Killer Instinct's easy. Basically, there's a mega corporation called Ultra Tech, and they're using the Killer Instinct tournament to test out new weapons and technology. That's basically it. Unless you want every character lore in Killer Instinct. But I wouldn't subject y'all to that. My KI hyperfixation, even though I'm like the only person on the planet that still cares about Killer Instinct. They gotta bring that shit to Fightcade, man! And I know the SNES version is on Fightcade, but I want the arcade version. The SNES port is a good port, but you can't beat the arcade original. I'm going for it! Okay, that was a mistake. But we still got first place, so it's all good.
Snowball map.
This might be my least favorite track in the whole game. I don't know why. I don't really like this course. I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but a sunny day when it snowed and like it's just snow all over the ground feels weird. I don't know why it does. It kind of does. Like a clear sunny day on a snow day feels weird to me. I think it's just because it's so damn bright outside when that happens. Maybe that's why I don't like it. It's just overwhelmingly bright. Like you walk outside and you get flashbanged by the reflection of the snow. The lights get redirected in all directions. Yeah, that might be it. Oh, come on. We could have gotten 4th. That's going to take us down a little bit. All right, we got to come in first, or Diddy and Banjo got to come in like last.
Frosty Village.
Hot, rainy days feel uncanny and scary. It's really humid out. I'm used to you describing everything as scary, but I feel like sometimes I read out certain chat messages, and some people in chat are like, what are they talking about? What do they mean scary? I don't like it when it's raining out and the sun is out as well. It's just kind of annoying. It's like, if it's gonna be a rainy day, it may as well be dreary. You know, totally dreary out. Wow, we might have to redo the Grand Prix. I gotta clutch first place from Diddy Kong. Fell in love with the go-go dancer. She a single mom. The underdog. I like to play the game with Diddy Kong. Except for Diddy Kong is the better Kong in DKC. Mac Miller. Somebody should have corrected him for that blunder. Nah, I'm kidding. Okay, stop! Krunch! Krunch! Krunch, can you please just turn without doing a 180-degree, like, parabola motion? Seeing a source game with the light at 100, yeah, it might just be how freaking bright it is outside when that happens. I will say, I kind of agree, V-Love, when the sun is setting after a rainy day and it's like pink and purple outside, it is a vibe. But when it's 1 p.m. in the afternoon and it's rainy and sunny out, it's just like, I feel so muggy. Matt_Fulbright1. So I think we got the win. Yep. Sweet. Agree, love. That's what happens when you agree with V-Love in chat. Agree, love. Except it's actually pronounced... How'd that shit go? Velevedre? Because it's Portuguese. Porch of Geese. You know what, guys? I'm chilling. I'm having a great time. Let's do the 4th world. And then the next stream can be WizPig stream and Future Funland. Let's do it. This next world shouldn't be that bad, I don't think. Oh, and I still gotta do the minigame in the first world. I'll save that for next time. I'm not gonna do that tonight. This is so creepy. Like, I don't know if I'm the only one who feels this way about, like, the WizPig statue coming to life. And the 4th world is, like, down here. Yeah, it's hidden behind a waterfall. I couldn't find it for the longest time as a kid. This world is cool. It's probably the most unmemorable world in the game. I do love the sort of medieval Europe vibe, but none of these tracks are like that great. I do like Haunted Woods. We will take a BRB though, and we'll do this world, and then that'll be it for tonight. We'll come back tomorrow probably and finish the game. But this has been a pretty decent run so far. I'm surprised I haven't struggled too much with it. But yeah, we're gonna do a BRB. I'm gonna put on some BRB music and then we'll be back. This sounds like the gosh dang president is about to get inaugurated. Alright, welcome back, y'all. We're gonna do this next world in Diddy Kong Racing. I don't remember the name of it. But this world's okay. It's aight. For me personally, it's the least memorable world. But that doesn't mean it's bad. All of the tracks here are pretty well designed. It's just, it's aight.
Windmill Plains.
This level is pretty tricky during the silver coin race, because you gotta make some tight maneuvers here in the airplane. But Krunch kills it in the airplane. Kind of remind me of the hay bales from Conker's Bad Fur Day. Rareware's design credo was just, yeah, let's put some googly eyes on an inanimate object. And you know what? It kind of rocks. I do miss the old Rareware art style. Even before Platonic was a thing, like Rare's art direction and their art style just was slowly evolving over time to be more boxy and angular, and I don't really like it. I prefer how their games looked during the SNES and N64 time period. This is very 12 Tales, absolutely, yeah. I hope one of these days 12 Tales, Conquer 64, whatever you want to call it, gets leaked and we can play it. Chris Seaver and other members of the team insisted that the game wasn't coming along and that it was bad, but all of the footage that we've seen of it, it looks like a fun platformer to me. I really want to get my hands on it and play it. Personally, Krunch prefers the air. Dude, the Brawl era of memes. Y'all remember Brawl taunts? Has not aged very well. There's an irony there. The boxier look would have been better to use during the era of low poly counts. Yeah, I agree. I think you got a good point. But everything during this era was so rounded, in spite of the hardware limitations. It was very rounded and bubbly. You're too slow! Yeah, you know, that era of Smash Brothers. I remember even as a kid, I was kind of disappointed by Brawl. I liked it well enough, and I didn't play Smash Brothers competitively as a kid. You know, I wasn't playing Melee competitively. But the hype for Brawl was insane back in the day. Like, I couldn't sleep some nights because I was so excited for Smash Brothers Brawl. And then it came out, I was like, yeah, it's good. And then I went back and played more Melee. I don't know, it just didn't hit the same way that Melee did, even as a kid. And now as an adult, I don't really care about competitive Smash Brothers at all. I see the appeal, but eh. I do think Brawl had some of the best newcomers of the series, though. Wario, Pokemon Trainer, Ike from Fire Emblem, Diddy Kong, King Dedede, Meta Knight. There were some heavy hitters to the Brawl roster. Captain Olimar, even though I don't like playing as him in Smash Brothers, I'm a huge Pikmin fan. Forgot how bad Jason Griffin's performance was on everything besides Unleashed. I've been saying this for a long time. He's a talented voice actor. He seems like a super chill dude. Like, he seems like a swell guy. And I think it was mostly, it could be boiled down to really bad directing and not his chops as a voice actor. But a lot of Jason Griffith era Sonic just sounds like bad. He only got good at performing the character by Unleashed. But whenever somebody on the internet impersonates Sonic and they do the freaking, it's Sonic, you're too slow, that's how Jason Griffith sounded back in the day. Again, I've got no beef with him personally, obviously. I'm sure he's a swell guy. But, his performance as Sonic was not very good. But I would chalk that up to bad directing, probably. Melee will be the GOAT for me as well. I agree, Tyler, but not for the reasons that most people love Melee. I don't really, like, I hop on Slippy every now and then. I like to wave dash, I like to L cancel, this, that, and the third. But I just love Melee because of the vibes of it. I do have nostalgia for it, like I am a little nostalgia biased, but Melee just has that turn of the millennium digital apocalypse vibe to it that's so cool. The key is up there, by the way, that's what I'm going for. Yeah, Sonic X, well, even, here's the thing, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Even the Japanese dub of Sonic X, like, Sonic X just is not good. I think Sonic Sat AM was the best animated adaptation. That or, like, the OVA. But, Sonic X is just bad, any version that you watch. And I say this as a huge Sonic fan, y'all know me. This is not me being just a Sonic hater. Damn, that's hard to get. It's probably because Krunch's acceleration is so bad. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Hold up. I'm losing my voice. This is what happens when I stream for 2.5 hours. Colonel. Every Sonic actor has been hit or miss. I agree. I think I can agree with that. Except Jaleel White. Jaleel White is my GOAT. But again, that's no shade to Jason Griffith. I don't know the guy. I'm not friends with him. I'm sure he's a cool dude. But he's probably my least favorite Sonic. Dude, this is impossible with Krunch.
Way past cool, huh? How do you like my entrance? The way I come flying in, hit the old Axl Rose pose right on the downbeat.
Yeah, Jaleel White is, to me, he will always be Sonic. Like, that is my Sonic. Yeah, the animation's bad, the concept of Sonic in the human world and like Chris Thorndike and all those other characters is really bad. Got it, there we go. Jeez Louise. Yeah, the American cartoons, like Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog is good to turn your brain off of. Sonic Sat AM is fun to make fun of because it's so bad. Like, it's just a train wreck. So it becomes entertaining in that way. And then Sonic Sat AM is legitimately a very good cartoon. It's well written, well voice acted, pretty decently animated. For a video game cartoon from the 90s, like, it was pretty well animated as well. Sat AM is good. Sonic X is just really kind of boring and not fun. And it's not fun to make fun of, and it's not good. The Sonic Says segments. I love Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a really good cartoon to turn your brain off of. Just turn your brain off. End of sentence. My brain is turned off from the Krunch challenge. I think we'll be able to beat this. I don't know if I'll ever do Adventure Mode 2. The Squeakquel. Because Adventure Mode 2 is really freaking hard. Nothing will ever top the OVA. I like the OVA. It's neat. I think Sonic Sat AM is my favorite, like, Sonic material that isn't one of the games. But the OVA is neat. It's got a killer soundtrack. It kind of reminds me of Sonic R.
On a Sunday, riding my bike, and I noticed many things that look alike.
The OVA feels like a loose adaptation of the Genesis games, and in particular, it's got a Sonic CD vibe.
This is for you.
I love the English dub. I love how Knuckles has the cowboy hat, which I kind of wish he had in the actual games. The OVA is fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it has a bunch of its own unique lore.
You might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you since I know everything you're going to do.
It's a good watch. I recommend it. There's a Luigi's Mansion course in, what was it? Mario Kart DS, which feels like they took some inspiration from this track. Just gonna say, just saying. Wonder if they'll ever bring back those weird OC Kremlings from Barrel Blast. I forget about those. I remember there was the one Kremling lady with the purple afro. What's up, Hro? Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, welcome to the Krunch challenge. My man Krunch. Krunch is a beast. I love him. I love the Kremlings. I dig Krunch's design, and he is a boss killer, right? But if anyone who has ever played this game and has tried to play as Krunch, you know how bad he controls. I love him, though. He's so cool. All right, this is going to be easy. Okay, this guy sounds like he's off Zoloft.
Excellent. Now I challenge you to a race.
Just impeccable voice acting in this game, really. You've never picked Krunch? Well, you better believe he's not very good. Oh, wrong way! Gotta collect some boosts, and we'll catch up in no time. Used to freak me out when I was a kid. You could hear the bosses behind you catching up to you. I was like, oh god, oh! Oh, they're gonna kill me! Yeah, the bosses stressed me out as well. I agree. This has been really fun though, because I've replayed Diddy Kong Racing so many times and I can, like, I know this game so well and I can clear it with no trouble. But Krunch, playing through the whole thing as Krunch, has made this feel like brand new. Yeah, Whizpig and Tricky the Triceratops scared me the most, just because you could hear them stomping behind you. Easy. You like the design of Kludge? He's like Crusher if he was scarier. Is Kludge from Barrel Blast, or is he the one from DKC2? No, that's Klubba. DKC2 also had this yoked Kremling named Klubba. He was just freaking... He looked like a damn Battletoad.
Then come back and see
which, you know, checks out because a lot of the designers on DKC worked on Battletoads. All right, let's do the minigame real quick. He's on Prozac, yeah. He's definitely on something.
Smoky Castle.
Star Wars Episode 1 Racer without upgrading? Is that the same game as Star Wars Pod Racing, or am I thinking of like two different games? Clutch is the Barrel Blast one. This one shouldn't be too hard. Oh wait, I'm playing as Crusher. Sorry, Krunch. N64, there's huge input lag. I remember playing Star Wars Pod Racing at a Chuck E. Cheese. I think. I might be misremembering. I don't know if Pod Racer was on arcade. I played some Star Wars racing game at a Chuck E. Cheese as a kid. You know what's weird is I was scared of everything as a child. I was a big baby. I wasn't scared of the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics because my brain was developed enough that I knew that they couldn't leave the stage. But the dude in the Chuck E. Cheese suit scared the shit out of me as a kid. I did not want him walking over to me. I really did not like the guy in the Chuck E. Cheese suit. The animatronics were scarier, but my brain was able to rationalize that they couldn't leave the stage, right? But the guy in the suit, walking around, dressed up like Ricky Rat, I was like, hell no. I would never enter that rat's domain. I went to Chuck E. Cheese once as a kid, and only once when I was living in Maryland. And I had a really good time outside of the dude in the suit walking up to me, and I pissed myself. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Get away from me! The weird Barrel Blast Kremlings, they're really charming. I appreciate how Payon were like the only devs during that time that were making Donkey Kong games that actually called back to the Kremlings. Nintendo was trying to rebrand Donkey Kong with like Jungle Beat, and I love Jungle Beat. I think that's a cool ass game, especially if you are playing with the bongos. Oh, okay. Oh, that was cool. But you know, I love the freaking Kremlings. I love Rare. I grew up with it. But it was cool how Payon like brought the Kremlings back and the other Kongs in DK King of Swing and DK Jungle Climber. And I think they I don't know if they did Jungle Barrel Blast, whatever it was called. I think it was them. I love the Kremlings. They go, oh.
You won first prize.
Barrel Blast has grown up Tiny Kong. She originated in Diddy Kong Racing DS. They made her older, and they gave her a badonkadonk. I kind of really am not huge on her Diddy Kong Racing DS design, but at this point, I would take any Kongs brought back. Bring the Kongs back, bring the Kremlings back, bring them all back. Bring them all back. You know the whole weird feeling the internet says they have with Super Mario 64? That's what you have with this game. V-Love and I were actually talking about that the other day. And I am one of the people who thinks that Super Mario 64, not intentionally, it was definitely just due to the hardware limitations, and the 5th generation in general, N64, PS1, Saturn, kind of had that vibe overall. But I'm one of the people who thinks Super Mario 64 at times is spooky and kind of empty feeling. It certainly was not intentional, right? But I can concede that a lot of that is because it was one of the first video games I ever played, and I grew up with it. So I used to have like dreams and nightmares about Mario 64 when I was a kid. I don't feel that way about Diddy Kong Racing because this world feels really lived in, but I do think this game can be menacing with the boss designs and Wizpig just looming over. Like, his presence is always there. Mario 64 to me feels empty and abandoned. Like, yeah, you got the Toad NPCs in the game and they're hanging around, and you got Bowser and Peach, and Yoshi is chilling on the roof, but Super Mario 64 to me feels like abandoned type spooky. Diddy Kong Racing feels too lived in to give me that feeling, but I do think that this game can be menacing for sure. That's mostly because of the bosses and Wizpig. I think there's like a coin over here. Yes. Sneaky. The boss door opening scene. Yeah, but that's not the same vibe that I get from Super Mario 64. Mario 64 really does just feel kind of like an abandoned... I know people are sick of the word liminal space, but that's the best word I can use to describe it. Like, it feels so lonely and abandoned. But again, that can be chalked up to hardware limitations of the 64 and the fact that I just grew up with it. I played a lot of it as a little kid. It was one of the first games I ever played. Can I catch up? That's the million-dollar question here. Can I catch up? Oh, maybe if I got that balloon. Bumper! Bumper! Cinched it. Holy moly. Mario 64 has some weird design choices. I think most of the textures in Super Mario 64 were just stock textures that were in the Silicon Graphics like workstation, the SGI Indigo and the Onyx. Like, Super Mario 64, outside of the characters, you got the Bob-ombs, you got Bowser, you got Koopas and stuff, it really doesn't feel like Super Mario. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is definitely a non-Mario feeling Mario game. But again, that's mostly hardware limitations, right? It wasn't deliberate.
Hey, hey kids, it's Krusty the Clown.
Was there ever a Simpsons kart racing game? I know there was the Crazy Taxi game and there was Hit and Run. I think there was a South Park kart racing game. I don't know if they ever made a Simpsons joint. There was a Simpsons fighting game for the PlayStation 1 called Simpsons Wrestling. And it very well may be the worst fighting game ever made. I played a lot of bad fighting games, but the Simpsons Wrestling is like next level horrible. Road Rage? Road Rage is more like Crazy Taxi though, right? I'm talking like a Mario Kart ass Simpsons game. Tall Mountain is weird. Yeah, it feels like, and this is not my original thought. I never realized this until Mishkaz. Shoutouts Mishkaz, shout out the OG Super Mario 64 Iceberg. But he pointed out that Tall Mountain is like the athletic levels in the OG Super Mario Brothers, like 4-3, I think, with the big mushrooms. The weirdest level to me in Super Mario 64 is the bonus level in the what's the lagoon, Jolly Roger Lagoon level, or Jolly Roger Bay. That's another restart. Maybe they tried it on mobile or something. I could see that like a mobile Java phone game, Simpsons kart racer game. There's definitely a South Park racing game for the 64. I remember seeing my friend play it when I was younger. Okay, I'm gonna do a different strat with this race. I'm gonna try to get a really good lead early on and then go for the coins. Oh, Hit and Run and Road Rage are a lot of fun. I think those two games and then the Konami games, the beat 'em up, are probably the best Simpsons games. Dude, that bonus level in Jolly Roger Bay, I used to have dreams about that level specifically, where I was like stuck in that level and I was drowning. Like in real life. Super Mario in real life. Spaghetti! Damn, the AI is crazy on this track. I'm only in 4th place. All right, we gotta like lock in for this one. Jeez Louise. You played the Simpsons game for PSP? I actually never played that one. It's just called like the Simpsons game, and it was on 360 and PS3, and it was on everything. But apparently like the 360 and PS3 versions of that game are good. These guys are souping up their go-karts with nitro or something. Oh my god, Krunch! It's because I'm hitting the damn walls. And he has such bad acceleration. There's something about the music in Diddy Kong Racing 2, you can't explain why, but some of David Wise's songs feel apocalyptic. I kind of get what you mean when you said this game feels, you know, kind of spooky. I don't feel that way about the music in this game at all. The music in this game is so inviting. And it just feels like a summer barbecue. I don't feel that way about the music at all. Oh, cool item, dude! That was a cool item. Every Mario Galaxy stage gives such good vibes. I would agree with that. Even the ones where it's like a war zone in outer space. Galaxy is like the inverse opposite of 64, where it probably feels the most lived in. And what I mean by lived in is like it's an actual place that exists. Even though, of course it's not, it's a video game, but like it feels real. Even more so than Odyssey. I think Galaxy is just such a warm and inviting game. Yeah, I don't know, Ichiro. I definitely see what you mean with the rest of the game. I don't feel that way at all with the music, though. How did I miss that zipper? Oh man, this could have been the run. I just beefed it there. Sunshine has good world building. I like everything about Sunshine except actually playing it, so I would agree with that too. Like, I love Sunshine when I'm not playing the game. Delfino, Isle Delfino, the hub world in particular, is great. I will say Galaxy has shot up exponentially after I streamed it back in January. I always liked Galaxy. I really liked it as a kid, but I hadn't played it in nearly 15 or so years. And then when I streamed it, it shot way up in my personal rankings. And at some point I'll stream Galaxy 2. I have no idea when, but yeah, Galaxy 1 was really good. I was really blown away. I definitely appreciate it more as an adult than when I was a kid. Damn! It was the last 2 coins there. How are they so far ahead of me, man? I know I'm like bumping into the walls and trying to get the coins, but they're freaking... They hit the turbo! Alright, I can't screw this up. It's now or never. You know what? I'm not gonna hit the boost. I'm just gonna go for it. Fah!
Hey, come on over, have some fun with Crazy Taxi.
And then the offspring. Yeah! This level is ridiculously unfairly difficult to Krunch. Like, that's pretty much every level in the game, but especially this one. This has been brutal. I don't know if I can catch up. Shut up! I'm going the right way, TT. Nah, Krunch to me, he sounds like Krusty the Clown. Cool, didn't even work. Love it. How am I missing that zipper every time? Oh, they're so far ahead of me, man. This is a no Krunch zone, for real. Yeah, there's no way. Look at, they're about to... What is going on this track? Yeah, we're really struggling on this one. I don't even think it's that worth it to hit that boost. I'm probably just gonna end up crashing into a wall every time. I'll come back for the other one. Hey!
Hey, it's me, Krunch. I smoke Pall Mall cigarettes.
It's not even that I'm running into the walls or missing the coins or anything. The CPU just are so much faster than me here. Diddy, I got your number, bro. Better tread light. Don't hit the zipper. JoJoy! I never once heard TT say that, but once you pointed it out, Atro, it does kind of sound like he says JoJoy, which that doesn't even mean anything, but now I can't unhear it. JoJoy! You got spaghetti? Hell yeah! Yeah, that was tight. Tight, yeah! Damn, we spent like 15, 20 minutes on that one track. Holy moly. Alright. The smooth sailing. See, I have a theory. They were all conspiring against Krunch. They all put a turbo in their go-kart, unbeknownst to Krunch. That's my theory. Oh my god. Everybody just getting filtered by that log. Oh, there's a coin over there. I didn't even see that. It's in broad daylight. Yeah, they're definitely conspiring against me. Yeah, the lore of Krunch is that King K. Rool sent him to go spy on Diddy Kong and all of them. That's actually his character lore, his bio in this game. So if anything, Krunch should be the saboteur. But in this run, in this universe, he's actually the protagonist. Where are their silver coins? See, they don't need the silver coins. They're cheating. And then we one-take Jake to that track after spending like 15 minutes on the previous one. See, if you don't go for 100%, this is the last world in the game, and it kind of ends on like a fizzle. Fizzle? Whatever. Like, but if you go for 100% and you do Future Funland kicks ass. It's a great final world to end this game on. There's a lot of opportunities for boosts on this track, so I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna restart. Joy! I don't know why, that's really funny, Ichiro, that you heard it as JoJoy and not go for it. JoJoy! Hey, it's Tap Top! Easy money. The Whizpig ghosts are spooky. I agree. Like, this game, I can totally see it being menacing. It definitely scared me as a kid, like Whizpig in particular. But I don't get the same feeling from this game that I get from Super Mario 64. I don't know if there's any other game on the N64 that in particular feels so empty and lonely. And I don't mean that like 64 is a bad game. I love Super Mario 64, but you know what I mean. DK64 doesn't feel like that. Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie don't feel like that. Ocarina of Time sort of has that vibe to it, but it feels different somehow. I did a whole video about Ocarina of Time's, like the pre-rendered backgrounds and the fixed camera angles and stuff.
Invade me again, I'll give you a special...
Yep, we're gonna have to race Whizpig not once, but twice as Krunch. But I'm gonna save that for next time. We're gonna finish this world, and then next time, we'll try and beat the game. This game has a soul behind its eyes, 64 doesn't. Yeah. Off to a good start. Like, the world of Diddy Kong Racing and the personality of this game feels too alive. Whereas 64 very much feels like an empty, sort of lonely game. And I know that sounds silly to some of y'all. Like, I get it. I know why some people think it's stupid whenever people talk about N64 games being spooky or Mario 64 games being spooky. But I'm definitely one of those guys. I 100% feel that way about 64. And this is completely unrelated to ROM hacking or B3313 or the beta, right? I've felt this way about 64 since I was a kid. Like, it has nothing to do with a lot of the online memes and the ROM hacks surrounding Super Mario 64. Oh, that would have been such a good boost if I didn't hit the dang wall, Denny! Shit, that was a good run. You know when a TV would end transmission at midnight? Yeah, but I don't feel that way about this game at all. I don't know. And I grew up with this game. I played this game as a little kid. And it did intimidate me, like Whizpig and Tricky and some of the bosses scared me, but I never got that feeling from this game. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, your feelings are you're entitled to that, for sure, but I don't know. I think this game has way too much charm and personality. I deliberately didn't hit the boost this time. All right, Krunch. He's gonna catch up to me because he's fast as hell, but if I can get another boost, we'll be good. You know, like, I've run out of stuff to commentate about when I start humming the game's music, but, like, for real, this game's soundtrack cooks so hard. You can't help but hum to it. Alright, we got this. There's no way. No way he's catching up, unless I hit a fireball. This stage feels a little peculiar. I don't know, y'all. I don't feel that way about Diddy Kong Racing. I've said it a couple times, but I think this game feels too alive. But you're totally entitled to feel that way. Like, obviously, You know, it's your own feelings, your own experiences with the game. I'm just saying I don't get that vibe at all. All right, trophy challenge, and then maybe I'll try the Dino Domain minigame again, and then that'll be it. We've been going for 3.5 hours. I was genuinely not expecting to play this game so much tonight. I was thinking we were gonna do the first 2 worlds, but I start playing Diddy Kong Racing, and I'm locked in. The backdrop mountains you see is like a void. Yeah, that, again, let me pull up the Mario 64 skyboxes, because they are low resolution, like bitmap JPEGs, right? A lot of 5th generation video games feel like this, but none of Rare's games do. Maybe Rare's games on the Super Nintendo. Like, I remember DKC, like the game over screen, freaking me out. I used to have nightmares about DKC, actually. But all of their N64 games feel too alive. But, like, these are the Mario 64 skyboxes, and these creep me out. I know it's kind of a low resolution picture, but these creep me out. I don't know if that one in the bottom right is used in the game, though. I don't remember seeing that one in the bottom right. Hold up. Is this DS? Okay, I think some of these aren't actually in the game. Here we go. These are the actual Mario 64 skyboxes. And these creep me out. Those are from 64DS. Okay, so here are the OG 64 skyboxes, and yeah, these give me, like, I don't know, they give me goosebumps in a spooky way. They feel very, what's the fear of, like, big wide open spaces called, like megalophobia or whatever? It's that kind of feeling that I get. You're looking out at this big expanse ahead of you, and it's just huge. The appropriately or bizarrely enough, I just knocked over my drink. The Wet Dry World one is the least creepy to me. It's interesting. I think it's a picture of, like, Yemen in the Middle East or some town in Spain. But this is the least creepy skybox to me. I actually really like this image. Agoraphobia, big world phobia, megalovania. Loud, incorrect buzzer. Agoraphobia is the fear of, like, people, right? Like being out in public spaces and being surrounded by people. Have I been using agoraphobia wrong all this time? Agoraphobia, an intense anxiety disorder involving the fear and avoidance of places or situation where escape might be hard or help unavailable. So yeah, like public spaces and stuff. I think megalophobia is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, it's something like that. But no, I 100% feel that way about Super Mario 64. And again, this is completely divorced from B3313 and all the memes on the internet and stuff, and like ROM hacking and stuff.
I wanna be
Diddy Kong Racing.
All right. Grand Prix! Yeah, E minor, all right! Where's the... There it is. Yeah, I've heard that the skybox for Wet Dry World is like 5 different cities. Like, some people say it's Yemen, some people say it's some city in Spain, some people say it's somewhere in Asia. Like, I have not found a concrete answer. That is some nice masking. I'm telling you, that's some pretty good keyframing, right? I kind of locked in for the stew edit. Somebody should ask Rainbow. Yeah, if there's one person on the planet that can answer this question definitively, it's that motherfucker. Dude is like built different on GeoGuessr. He's not even the best GeoGuessr person. Who would you say is? Like, band for band, the best GeoGuess player. GeoGuessr? It's GeoGuessr, right? Somewhere in Asia, there's a town that cannot be found in any map. It's called Tokyo-to. I love Jet Set Radio so much. Jet Set Radio! The effect on that boost is great. It's really cool, and then they hit you with the damn Air Force One jet engine sound effect. Like, the frame rate in this game sucks, but this is one of the best looking N64 games for sure. I think if they were given a couple more months of development, they probably could optimize it a bit better, but... Rareware was known for doing that, making really good games that weren't the best performing games in terms of the frame rate. Honestly, their best running game is probably Star Fox Adventures for the GameCube, which was a GameCube near launch title, like super early GameCube game, and it ran at 60 FPS. And it looks beautiful. It really makes me wonder, like, what they could have done if they stuck around with Nintendo. I think the dissolution of Rareware would have happened at some point anyway if they weren't bought out by Microsoft, but we could have had some killer games for the GameCube for sure. It makes me wonder. And I still don't have a reason, and you don't have the time. I think we definitely would have gotten Banjo 3E and Donkey Kong Racing, for sure. In an alternate timeline where Rare stuck it out with Nintendo and they weren't bought up, we would have for sure gotten Banjo 3E and Donkey Kong Racing, right? Second place, I'll take it. Kind of wish a Conquer decomp existed. Yeah, that would be cool. Live and Reloaded got quote-unquote ported to PC, but you still need Game Pass to play it, so, like, not really. Like, I was really stoked when they announced it, and then I bought it for $10, and then logged into the Xbox app, and they were like, you need Game Pass to play it. So I was like, cool, I wasted $10. But Live and Reloaded has, like, people dunk on that game because it's censored. Live and Reloaded is pretty damn good. It definitely plays a lot better than Bad Fur Day on 64, but I think it's kind of ugly. From a technical standpoint, Live and Reloaded looks amazing for an OG Xbox game, like, objectively, but the art direction in that game is so much uglier than the N64 game. I still think Bad Fur Day is the best way to experience Conquer. If you're gonna play it, play the 64 original. But Live and Reloaded improves upon the moment-to-moment gameplay so much. Especially the shooting segments during the zombie chapter and its war, or whatever that chapter is called, the Saving Private Ryan chapter. The third-person shooting in Bad Fur Day is so awful, and it's so much better in Live and Reloaded. The art style is a gigantic deal breaker. That and the censorship. But I'm of the opinion that bleeping out swear words sometimes makes it funnier. I don't know why, but censoring swear words is really funny sometimes. It's mostly a problem during the Great Mighty Pooh song, which is just totally ruined with the bleeps and the fart sounds. They censor it with fart sounds, which is pretty ingenious, but Live and Reloaded is ugly. Don't get it twisted. Objectively, from a technical hardware standpoint, Live and Reloaded looks amazing for an Xbox game from like 2004 or 2005. But I'm saying the art direction and the character redesigns look really ugly in my opinion. I think the game is kind of hideous, even though technically the lighting, the fur effects, the high polygon count, it looks amazing, right? But I'm saying the art direction, the art style, in my opinion, is ugly. It's one of the best looking and performing original Xbox games, but I don't like the way it looks. Everything is hyper realistic. Yeah. I definitely prefer Bad Fur Day. But I'm saying, like, Live and Reloaded gets so dunked on the internet, but it's not all bad. I think the platforming and the shooting and pretty much everything regarding the gameplay of Live and Reloaded is better. Did I get a refund? Nope. I emailed them. I emailed their customer service. I was like, can I get a refund for this? So, nope. Because I read the article, it was like original Xbox games coming to PC. I bought the game, and then you still need Game Pass to run it. I was like, what the fuck? Why would you sell them separately if you still need Game Pass to play them? And the needless combat is silly? That's where I disagree with you. I think Live and Reloaded is 100% better in the gameplay department than the original Conquer. I kind of like beating enemies with a baseball bat and shooting them. Maybe unnecessary, like it's maybe a bit unnecessary, but I actually kind of really like that about Live and Reloaded.
Haunted Woods.
Conquer bleeding hyper-realistic blood. It wouldn't be, like, that would be par for the course for Bad Fur Day and Live and Reloaded. No, a recomp or a decomp of Bad Fur Day and a proper PC port of Live and Reloaded would be great, because we are never getting a sequel to Bad Fur Day for multiple reasons. You couldn't do the parodies and the pop culture references today. You couldn't get away with like all the movie references and whatnot. Chris Seaver doesn't work at Rare anymore, and he, by his own admission, couldn't make Conquer today because his sensibilities and his sense of humor have changed. There's always the possibility that we could get another Banjo game. That is partially copium on my part, but it is possible that one day we do get a new Banjo game. Maybe not developed by Rare. Maybe it's developed by a different studio, but it is possible that we could get a new Banjo. Conquer will never happen again. We will never get a sequel to that game. But a remaster or a port? That is possible. You think Platonic would make a good Banjo game? I don't know. If they try to make a Banjo-Kazooie type game, yes. If they went for a Yooka-Laylee Banjo-Tooie big open platformer, no, they would probably beef it. I like Yooka-Laylee. I'm one of the handful of people that enjoyed Yooka-Laylee, and the Impossible Lair was great. I don't know if Platonic were given the keys back to their old franchise, if they could do a new Banjo game. Have I played Replayly? Not yet. I like the original Yooka-Laylee, so I know I'll like Replayly. Anyone in the indie space could make a spiritual successor either. It's impossible, because Conquer is such an anomaly. It's such an anomaly for its time. It really is like a parody of the platformer genre and everything that Rareware did. I don't think Conquer is offensive, though. When I say it couldn't be made today, not like in a, oh, people are woke, the snowflake, like boomer sort of way. Conquer isn't that offensive. It's just really stupid. There's maybe one or two jokes in Conquer's Bad Fur Day that wouldn't fly today. I'm saying it couldn't be made just because it would be... It couldn't happen. I don't think if it did happen, it wouldn't have the same spirit of the original game, for sure. It would take a miracle for a successor to have similarly good humor as the original Conquer. That's another thing, like, Bad Fur Day is really funny. This is really scary. I don't want to play this game anymore. This is scary. Bad Fur Day, outside of like the toilet humor and the gore, which can be funny, there are like, I'm not a prude. I'm not above toilet humor and needless violence. But like Bad Fur Day just has that dry British wit to it, which is hysterical to me. It's very like Monty Python. How did I survive that cutscene as a kid? It's scary. I'm gonna try the minigame again. This stupid minigame that is that minigame that I hate. The conceit of Conquer is too expected now. I would also agree with that. I think a parody of platformers that's like super violent and what's the word I'm looking for? Counterculture. That wouldn't be as shocking as it was back in 2001. You know? It wouldn't hit the same. It'd be like kind of blasé. I think I'm using that word right. You guys better stay away from my egg. Diddy Kong, you better not. You better not get my gosh dang egg. You took my egg. I took his egg though, so what's good? This is just gonna be a never-ending back and forth of us stealing each other's baby egg. Self-referential humor is the culture, not counterculture anymore itself. Yep. Nowadays, everybody is so enveloped in irony, and it's just really annoying. That's a whole other discussion, though. Like, that is a whole ass other discussion. Blase Blue. That's a +2 in the chat. Great soundtrack. Can you guys fuck off? I hate this minigame so much. Damn it! Oh, I was too late. He took my dang egg! Can I offer you an egg in this trying time? Alright, we can't let Diddy Kong win. There you go. And now we gotta take Timber's egg. Okay, one of them is gonna win. We gotta restart. This minigame sucks, bro. I'm glad that I went ahead and did everything else before coming back to this minigame. This minigame is ass. You're supposed to blast them with weapon? It doesn't work. It literally doesn't even work. The rockets do nothing. The other day you made the joke, Samsho Panza in relation to Samurai Showdown, and you thought that was a +6. V-Love, I feel like if you did get into fighting games, you would rock with some Neo Geo. You would rock with Fatal Fury, Samurai Showdown, King of Fighters. You strike me as a Neo Geo type of person. Tip Top? You better fuck off, buddy. We're gonna take Diddy Kong's egg. Egg! It stops them from taking your egg. It really doesn't. You shoot them with the rocket and then they just circle back around. Oh, I did it. This looks frustrating. It is. The other minigames are okay. In fact, I like the Sherbert Isle minigame, where you're in the hovercraft and you're blasting everybody with rockets. But that minigame is doo-doo. Alright, that's it. That's all the amulets. Or all the pieces of the amulet. What are you talking about, Atro? What mosquito? All right, y'all. You guys, check this out. There's a mosquito in your room. Oh.
Hi there, I'm TT. Game status.
Look at that. That's everything. All we got to do is wait, race Whizpig, and then Future Funland, and then the second match against Whizpig. Look at that.
Okay.
One of these days we'll unlock TT. Maybe if I do an Adventure Mode 2 run, we'll unlock TT and Drumstick.
Okay.
We might be able to unlock Drumstick now, actually. It's that scene from One Punch Man. I remember that, where he's watering the cactus. And the fly keeps bugging him. Drumstick kind of sucks. Drumstick is goated. He's like the second best character behind TT. I don't know why running Drumstick over frees him from his curse. The lore of Drumstick is that he was the best racer on the island. And he was the first to challenge Whizpig, and he lost to Whizpig. And Whizpig turned him into a frog. With his magic. That's the lore. You could Game Shark him in? Yeah, but that's no fun. How do you unlock TT? You gotta do all the time trials, right? Whomst is this? It's Drumstick. He raced Whizpig and lost, and then got turned into a frog. But now we can play as him. I'm Drumstick!
Hey, it's Tap Top.
Also, I really like this crusty Banjo model. It looks so off-model, but I love it. Banjo, despite only having one stat higher drifting and handling, controls way better. Oh my god, dude. I really do feel like Rock Lee after he took the ankle weights off. Dude, this is so... Krunch is so awful, bro. I don't even think I'm gonna attempt to race Whizpig tonight. I think he's gonna whoop our ass pretty hard, so we're gonna save that for tomorrow. I just realized Banjo speaking. He speaks in Kazooie and Tooie as well, but you don't often hear him say, like, say his name. Fun fact, that's Chris Sutherland, by the way, the same guy that did the Killer Instinct announcer voice. Yeah, I think we're gonna end the stream here, and we'll probably come back tomorrow. We're gonna attempt Whizpig, Future Funland, and then the final Whizpig race. But we did most of the game. We've just got the final hurdle to get over with Krunch. But this was a lot of fun. We had a lot of people tune in for this tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great upcoming week, and I will most likely see you tomorrow night with more Diddy Kong Racing. Bye-bye.
I wanna be
Diddy Kong Racing.